Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Super Mario Marathon here on the Unverified Whitmer channel. We are within approaching grasp. It is not without the realm of impossibility that we may or may not wrap up with this game today. I can't say for certain. I'm never fully aware of these things. I know that much for certain, at the very least, that I know not what comes before me. But what I do know, at the very least, is that we are only 3 worlds away from being finished and wrapped up with this game. And the thing with New Super Mario Bros. Is that because it is a relatively short game, because it's more straightforward than most of the other Mario games that have come before it, and because the level of difficulty, for me at least, I recognize this is subjective, but for me at least is not the most strenuous of circumstances. It does in fact mean that even as we sit at the precipice, the opening of World 6 of 8, it is not entirely impossible that we will be making some very, very, very decent progress throughout the rest of the game today. So, let us not beat around the bush too much. Let us just jump straight on into it. Going to pull up the game here, which hopefully should be there. It is. There it is indeed. So yes, where we last left off, we had gotten through the World 5 Ice World, and I do believe, yes indeed, that is complete, and we also went through World 4, and that is also complete here in the jungle. So now here we are in the big ol' Rocky Mountains. Not the Rocky Mountains that you may be thinking, but the Rocky Mountains either way. And let us waste no time, let us just hop right on into the first world of World 6. So, I do believe it, well, you know, that's an opening. That's definitely an opening to be archived for the ages. Let me state for the record, I don't think much of the rest of the stream is going to be that level of incompetence. I think that once I get back into my groove, as it were, we should be in relatively safe hands. Just you know, speaking in terms of general beliefs and ideals, I think we should be relatively okay. I did see there was a trail of coins leading up there. I don't know what exactly it was leading up towards. I'm just going to assume that we can bypass that for the moment. I mean, there's this star coin here. Which one is that? That's the first one. So I'm not too concerned about what was missing from that last stream of coins. So, and there's either the second or the third star coin over there. So, I mean, we're definitely going to be making pretty swift motion through this whole area. I mean, now, we went through the whole little bit of the, ooh, and a checkpoint flag too, no less. So, we're going to be set in stone. Ha ha ha, get it? Because we are, in fact, in a stony cave. So, I do think, though, that, whoop, hang on, there we go, just cleared that pathway right on up there. So it is interesting to sort of comprehend why things are done. That could be said about a many multitude of things, but I decided to say it about this as well. So see, therein lies the rub, therein lies the trick to all of this. We're gonna need to, well, which Koopa scared you, JB? There were so many, I wasn't looking at chat. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, oof, 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 oof. Okay, well, whoop. Alright, well, at the very least I know we'll be able to... Wait a minute. Okay, so there was a mini pipe over a ways yonder, but we didn't need it for the star coin, so I don't know what that pipe was for. The red one I almost walked into, but fireballed. Now I see. Now I understand clearly. Alright, well, made some pretty good, swift progress through that. Feel free, by the way, JB, I know you have a stream later today, but if you wish to hop into the channel and the server that I know I believe you should have access to, feel free to do so. Alright, so here we go with World 6A. This will help unlock us a nice, good old red toad house, which will net us a little bit of power-ups, I do believe. Okay, so we need to just dispense with the old fireball technique. There we go. Now, here's hoping that doing that was worth it. Do we have anything of note up here in the sky? It doesn't appear to be. Oh, okay, well, now there is. It's over. It's all years away. Well, at the very least, we're able to nab this before this cloud runs out, which doesn't seem to have happened as of yet. Oh, look, well, so nice they showed up twice. If it's not totally out of the realm of recollection of mine, this should be, yep. Oh, I know this game so well. I know all of its secrets and tips and tricks. I know what it's all about, and I know what it likes to get up to when it says, hey, here's a little bit of a secret maneuver. Whoops. Well, there went that tiny Mario on bottom of the screen. What will he do? Yeah. That's the one disappointing bit is with the way that the DS games are laid out. It's very much like a sort of, okay, any of the subsections are the ones that are like barely visible on stream. But we make do with what we can. Okay, so here we got this little twist tornado. Woohoo! Woohoo! Waha! Woohoo! Woo! Okay, well, we had fun while it lasted. Probably could. Okay, going to make use of. Oof. All right, let's clear out this pathway a little bit, please. Thank you very much. All right, so this is going to be another one of those like semi-sink into the sand, but not completely, because we come down here. Yeah, them Lakitu respawn. They should at the very least. Clouds mean that they have infinite ways of finding their way forward. Ooh, can I get in the cloud? Thank you. Okay, so hopefully there is another thing up above here. Now that we got this going on. I can do this at the very least and just get these folks out of my way. Though it doesn't look like there's much to discover up here. At least it doesn't appear to be so. Anything of value of worth. This looks like it will probably be another secret area, just because it has that vibe to it. It will be either secret area or death. It was death. Yeah, the start music is definitely respawned from 64DS, or reused, I should say, not respawned. But, like, it's definitely reused soundtrack from 64DS. Because it's got, you can tell because it has the 64 edition of the da 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 bit, you know. You know that one. You know that one bit that everyone appreciates and cherishes so much, so greatly with their Mario 64 musics. Alright, well at the very least I could nab this and hopefully, okay, so definitely if you would quit running from me. See, now they know what's up. And they know that this is about to run out in like a couple of seconds. Oh, there we go. So, I don't know why I'd bother to do this, but, well, yeah, I mean, I know that there are some, CC services that don't always do the very fine best at it. Ooh, what have I gotten myself into now? Okay, is there a way to... Okay, there... I've seemed to have found myself in a situation on that front. But yeah, definitely surprisingly anime for... I had to get it fixed, because the thing with the service's default is that it took me for the longest time to get it to work properly, because the first times I would use the closed caption widget, the captions were not accurate whatsoever, and what I came to realize is that the microphone they were using to transcribe my audio was not in actual fact my microphone. It was definitely my webcam, which most folks out there would know that webcams have in actuality horrendous audio quality. They always sound bad because since they aren't really microphones, they're just like sort of, well, they're microphones, but they aren't very good microphones that they just have noise reduction amplified on them by like 20 million. So like the original closed captions that I had for like the first couple of months were not accurate by any stretch of the imagination, but now they're working fine. Hire users to manually real-time transcribe streams. I mean, that's what they do for live events. Like, that's... If you look at any sort of live press conference thing or any of those things that are like live telethons that have closed captions, that's what they're doing. They're hiring people to manually type out the transcriptions, which is why sometimes they just aren't correct. Or they do the other version, which is... yeah, I mean, there is a market for it. It's definitely a market. I mean, there's the two forms. You either get those folks who, like, have the most supreme typing speed in the world, that they just transcribe everything in real time on typewriters, and those get pulled up on a screen. Or you get those translators who, like, sort of will talk over an audio source in real time. So you have, like, someone will be doing like the things you see whenever Nintendo say when Nintendo did the Switch announcement, they had those translators like in a booth, sort of sitting watching the event in real time, translating what was being said to like the different countries as they broadcasted it out across the globe. Okay, so that is... I'm trying to... GDQ... Yeah, they have that too. I haven't watched a lot of GDQ. So I am going to... yeah, that was rude. That was so rude of the game. I can't believe they did that. Alright, so now, just for my own sake, so we're not worrying too much about this, let's see what happened. I didn't type in... Okay, so that's... Yeah. I typed in on Google World 6-1 Star Coins, and then the first results that popped up were for the Wii game. Alright, so what's the third one? Oh no, this is 6A. Alright, so we got that one. Again, near the end of stage 3 Lakitus at once, you'll move across a number pipe. You can duck only the yellow pipe leading you to an underground area with the coin. Okay, so the yellow pipe is what we gotta be doing. I didn't bother to do a BRB screen because I figured, well, that's not going to be, we're not going to be wasting too much time reading up. It's just going to be like a tell me where it is sort of situation. Okay, so it's the only yellow pipe, they say, so not that one. And then this is just a tornado, a little twister. Whoop, okay, so, whoop, okay. I would very much appreciate the ability to just get through this section here. Okay, so they say the yellow pipe. Alright, so then why wasn't this working before? Oh, hello, friend. I ducked out of that situation very smoothly, swiftly. Okay, so the issue here is that now I gotta do this, which is why they have it set up to be that one pipe that just goes whoosh, because then you end up in this little trap right here, which can be most frustrating. So hopefully this doesn't spit me out immediately into death. Did not do so. That was superb. Okay, so need to just woof, woof, woof. Okay, get me out of that. Alright, there we go. Good progress, good progress. We can move forward. That's the only thing that gets me about these levels, is more just memorizing where everything is in relation to the star coins and alternate exits. Though I think at this point now, I don't even know. I don't even know how I was supposed to get to the top of that flagpole. Maybe I was supposed to do like a triple jump maneuver, but this predates the hover like items in New Mario. I don't mean predates the hover items in Mario in general, because obviously we had the raccoon leaf in Mario 3, but and the cape in Mario World, and the wing cap in Mario 64, and just the general hover nozzle of FLUDD. But But there isn't any like hover mechanic in this game aside from the twister stuff. But those aren't really arrived at through power-ups like they will be in the later new Mario games. So I have no idea how we were supposed to even venture a wager at getting to the top of that flagpole. Okay, so this is a lovely mixture of beach and ocean, which is normally what beaches are, a lovely mixture of beach and ocean. You know, when the beach becomes the ocean, that is the normal, lovely mixture of the two. Did I, on accident, find something that was very necessary for my development? Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. You got me doing this. Okay, whoop. This is, fun stuff. Yep, I saw that was the maneuver that they were going to pull on me. Oof. Well, at the very least, that's the first one, so I don't need to go back for anything. At least I don't think so. Oh, that was just mean. That was just mean. See, now they're pulling out all the spinies. All the spiny tricks. Okay, whoop. Alright, so what is in this one? Alright, just a regular old fire flower. Woo! And what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got going on here? So this sinks down into most likely death, which means that over around here a ways is going to be something of valued importance in one of these pipes. Let's try this one. Oh, and what do we got? What do we got? Give me something good. Give me something nice. Well, there went that one up. I feel like I halfway remember what the key to this is. Yeah, a singular one up that just went, nope. But how about nope? I like half remember what the gimmick is here. And I recognize that the gimmick is like in front of our faces. There we go, that was useful. But, if memory serves me right, there's potentially an area where... No, I guess I was wrong. I thought that there was going to be a moment where, like, a star coin was going to be above that wall of blocks and you'd have to jump above them to reach it. I don't think that's the case. Maybe it was a weirdly long... Yeah, it is. It's interesting. It's interesting, the geometry and mathematics of these levels. Oh, I didn't want to go over there. That was right over there. It's right over there. Okay, come on now. Come on now. Warp pipe. Work with me a little bit here. Okay, so... Whoop! Which one's this? This is... Star coin number 2. Now, they have that pipe built in case you need it to get over, but, like, not only do we have the water situation here, but just, like, you can jump over it normally? Not too much of a struggle, I would say, to get through all this. Okay, good. Got checkpoint flag. So that's... We're already, like, 2/3 of the way through this. This feels like it could be either death or a secret area. I imagine it's likely... No, never mind it. That was death. It might have been a secret area, but there's no reason to go over there because the 3rd star coin is literally right over here. So, don't need to bother too much with going around that a ways. Unless I'm mistaken, which I might be mistaken. Depends. Let's see how he gets it. Nope. Never mind. I was correct the first time. Didn't need to reach it, because whoop, there we go. That's all 3 of those down. I like it when I can get them all in one swift maneuver. Saves time having to... Yeah, the colors here are very, very nice. It's a very teal. It's a very teal sort of setting. Teal and like sea green. It's actually semi sort of the color of the room I'm in right now. Because I've got a very... Here, this is going to be brief little face reveal here for all of you here. Though I've never hidden my face before. But you can see it's semi-similar to the color of the walls I've got in this room here. Which is very... It's very meant to be a sea green kind of situation. So anyway, back to game. I mean, I think that was just singular for that one level, but anyway. Alright, let us now go rack up the lives. Not that we're hurting. We got 74 lives, which is a little under 75, but it's a nice, lovely number to have. Okay, so what we got going on here, Toadsworth? What we got happening? What we got going? We got this. Okay, well, nice 3. What do we got to? 77. 77. If I'm gonna... I could continue the bit from last Mario stream where I relate the amount of lives we have to the years in music. 77 was a good year. That was like the big punk rock year. You had the Ramones, the Clash, a bunch of other people all coming out with records around the same time. Okay, so... Whoosh! Gotta be very careful about this. Can't take anything by chance. It all must be a very deliberate course of action. Oof. Okay, so that was cutting it close. This is also cutting it close. Right there. Yes, there we go. That's gonna be the one thing. When I move setups to my apartment in a couple months, that's gonna be something I will miss, is just the aesthetic of this room, because it's very built around like being creatively stimulating, just in like the color of the walls and like the pictures everywhere and all this stuff floating around. I mean, it's chaotic. It's a chaotic, disorganized mess, but it is simultaneously very creatively stimulating for me. And the next room I'm going to be working in is going to be like a very tiny corridor that's like going to be a bit of a squeeze to fit everything in, and it's just white walls and no windows and not that terribly exciting. But it should hopefully work out though for the best. Hopefully it'll be nice to just have that independence. But I will miss the sort of the loose nature of this room and its aesthetic quality. Alrighty, so what do we got going on here? Just gotta wait for them to do their thing. There we go with that. Alright, so this is gonna be... Oof, well, you make sacrifices where you need to make sacrifices. Oof, there we go. Alright. So that's the second coin down. Now, this implies to me that despite what you may think, we are not to go into this Bowser Jr. door yet, for there will be most likely... come on, get that jump down and dealt with. Ooh, whoop, no. I need to go back into that room, but I needed to just watch out for the hammers. Those are not hammers, but like the spike situation. Okay. Very tricky. Oh, well, yeah, I should have foreseen that one coming. Oh, well. Okay. Oof. There we go. Alright, well, I'm going into this without a... Oh. Alright, well, at least the one up. 79. Another good year for music. Pink Floyd's The Wall. The Clash's London Calling. Lots of good stuff. Okay. Let's see here what the gimmick is. Well, this just seems to be a gravity situation. A little bit of reminiscence of Iggy's fight in Mario World, but that was about as difficult as Iggy's fight in Mario World. But what a twist-turn maneuver. There are 2 tower levels in World 6. They make up for the lack of alternate exits by going, well, here's even more towers. Alright. Might as well open this up, though I don't say... Sometimes it's a little bit harder to get Iggy into the lava because he throws that, like, ball of energy at you. But, like, not the hardest. Very easy if you have a fire flower to knock him into the lava, as long as you just time it right. Okay, so let's go here. Alright. Whoop. I'm noticing
I don't know if this is something that other people are picking up on as we play through this game, but I'm noticing that with World 6 in particular, the committance to keeping the levels confined to like the theme of the general overworld is not necessarily being adhered to quite frequently. I mean, I get why they didn't want to necessarily stick with just the general gray Rocky Mountain spires of the World 6 overworld. Yet, by that same token, I'm noticing a distinct sort of like, okay, here's like the one mountainside level, and now here is going to be another desert level like World 2, and here's another jungle level like World 4, and before that we had a beach level not too dissimilar to World 3. So the commitments that Nintendo has given to maintaining World 6 as the world where it's a rocky cliffside mountain is apparently not too tremendously strong. I guess they sort of went, work with what we got. I guess, like, you know, maybe having an entire set of levels dedicated around gray dirt is not necessarily the most visually stimulating of all the ideas that we could have run with in this situation. But we'll make our way. We'll get there. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll compensate for it by making just all the levels references to our earlier worlds. And by gosh, they did it. They did it, and they've done it. I think one of these is going to be the pipe to the third star coin. For if I whoops. If I don't whoops, but if I recalled a little bit correctly, there was never a checkpoint flag? Really? I guess that's their way of adding difficulty to the proceedings, as being like, well, ha ha ha, joke's on you. Now if you die, you gotta do it all over again. What have you to say for yourself now, huh? What have you got to say about all this? What about all this? Well, I say... yoink. That's what I say to that. Okay, so... now that at the very least we know that the... again, I apologize that, like, half of this level is, taking up about 1/10 of the actual screen space on stream. You know, the Nintendo DS liked to be like, hey, here's 2 screens. And boy, did they use them 2 screens. They used them 2 screens like no one's used 2 screens before or since. Okay, so it is over there. That is the truth of this situation. And it is locked off. So I was correct in thinking I needed to go back for something. Now, which something that is, do not know. Let us see here. This is where we're going to go down here. Okay, so my assumption would be that one of these green pipes is going to be the pipe we need to get into to get to where that little star coin situation is. If it's not this one, it's not this one, it's not this one, I don't think. Not that one. Not this one or that one. And we can check this again. Not this one. So it is one of these, though. This could be potentially this one? Nope, doesn't appear so. What about this one? Hang on. Okay, I need to get off the log pipe for just a little bit to keep things relatively steady. Nope, not that one either. I'm hoping that I haven't bypassed it completely. I think I haven't. I have. It is there that it sits. There's a way back over there, but goodness gracious me. Whatever shall it be. Ooh, well, at the very least I'm gonna knock you out. coin coffer. There we go. Oh, bye-bye, 1-Up. You could have been so useful. I feel like I don't want to backtrack too much. But yet I also worry that if I don't backtrack a little bit, then I'm going to completely miss out whatever I need to get to that extra warp pipe situation. So, funny story about how you found this stream. What was the funny story? Okay, I can't get back in now anyway, so... I feel like, can I maybe potentially... No, I can't do that, I don't think. No, can't do that. Alright, so I'll have to look this up and revisit this at some point. So up, bop, 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 and bop. Okay, and what do we got going on here? What do we got going on here? So I guess this, and this. I don't think those are necessarily needed to bop out and unlock in order to get up here, but it certainly helps. Okay, so potentially, whatever. Alright, I'm not too determined to deal with getting to the top of every flagpole. I mean, again, it's not... I think the only game where, like, getting to the top of every flagpole is a necessity is going to be the 3D Land and World games, I think. I know it definitely is a necessity in World, but I don't know if it is in 3D Land. Oh, did you see the, you're from the, so then it's either the, okay, well, there's a bunch of videos that could be. It could be either the, it's either the... Did you come from the, Beatle album tier list video that I did, like, a million years ago? Because, if so, thank you very much for being here. I have a plan to do another, Beatles talk stream in the future. I know it's somewhere on the VOD channel, which just used to be my YouTube channel, but now is my VOD channel. But I have like those couple of videos where I talk about my fake Beatle albums after the breakup, and I do believe that the plan is that I'm going to do a follow-up to those two videos, which I've wanted to do for like a million years now at this point, and I actually recorded a follow-up to that fake Beatle albums video like last year, and I got into the editing process and went, oh yeah, the Thinking of Lincoln thing. Yeah, I remember that was like ages ago. That was like right when I was starting off that project. And yeah, I used to use that channel's artwork for my fake Beatle albums. I don't think I'm using it now. At least I don't remember their channel stuff having any. I know I've changed up. I was using their work for Imagine and for Beatles at the Speed of Sound, and I'm not. I've pretty much updated those for now, so I think I need to do this one again. But, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a stream eventually about that whole topic of if the Beatles were still around. I need to... I think what I'm gonna do with that one now, at this point, is going to be, I have a friend who I've been talking to on Discord servers who's, like, as into the band as I am, and I want to... I want to make the follow-up to this. I don't know if having the blue shell is going to help me, but I want to be able to make the follow-up to the to that series. I think the best way for me to do it is going to be if I present it as like me explaining the process to her, just because then I can sort of like, then I will have like the patience to be able to go through talking about it again. Just because, like, I've done so much with that project, like, in the, I mean, especially in the, like, the 10 years since I was talking to that old YouTube channel. Like, I've pretty much completely redone, like, all of the albums that I had running on before. Because, the big thing, I'm trying to remember what Thinking of Lincoln did. Thinking of Lincoln had it, like, set up, and I think I said this before in the, video that I first made about it. They had it set up where it was pretty much like every single year was another Beatles album, or like there were like 2 albums every single he did 70 to 79, 80. Yeah, I've got it up to last year. I've got it up to 70 to 2020. And like, I made a new one, like, literally, like, a couple of months ago, which was fun. And, see, because the thing with me, here, like, here's how I'm approaching, and again, this is all stuff that I should save for a future stream, but, the way I've been approaching it has been, I try to take it, like, I make them if like they end up collaborating with each other anyway, which is what was happening, especially big in the 70s. Like, the best way it was mathematically possible to make it work was, I need to just read over what's going on with this level. But, my usual proportionate of how I get it to go is that if at any moment in time one of them guests on another one of their solo albums, then that facilitates a new one, which is why, like, it starts off in my fake discography with the early 70s being as prolific as their regular career is, and then when Lennon retires in the mid 70s, they just take the second half of the 70s off. So Paul focuses on Wings and George and Ringo focus on their stuff, and then 1980 they start to come back, and then John gets killed, and then they do like a couple of albums in the early 80s, lose interest, and then from there it just becomes like a more sporadic situation. But okay, so that's what I gotta do. So I was on the money before with what was going on there. Yeah, I mean, well, at that point, I mean, I agree for 2020. Like, here's my mathematics of it now. There's 2 big things, and this is the difference from when I was, when I first made my, fake Beatle albums video. The big major difference between then and now is I have it set up now where, I take into account length of album, specifically length of vinyl sides, so I actually do now try to make them, like, just sort of mathematically, like, around a 45-minute mark. Sometimes they go a little bit longer, but I try to build it around being around the average length of what an album would be, and, like, sort of the 23 to 24 minutes you get on each side of vinyl. Because I think the longest side that they ever put out, I think the longest side of a Beatles album ever was like side 1 of Abbey Road, which I think went on for nearly 25 minutes. So, like, I tried to build it that, like, okay, unless I'm doing it as like a sort of double album situation, I try to keep these like vinyl length. And the thing is that there is sort of a threshold that happens where after John dies, it becomes very much like there's a power imbalance, I would say, in like who gets what where. Definitely George has to step up to the fore a lot more, just because otherwise it would be a bit too pushed to McCartney. And then after George dies, then I've made like 3... I pretty much centered it to be like, okay, here's 3 albums of just Paul and Ringo so far. And my mathematics on that at this point is pretty much being virtually McCartney solo albums, but like vinyl length, and also like Ringo gets 2 songs. he gets his mandatory 2 songs in, and then that, I feel, covers it. So, like, for 2020, it was tricky. Because, for the 2021, I made, like, Ringo's collaboration. Well, he did 2 collaborations with Paul, technically, within 2020 and 2019. Because Paul guested on the re-recording of Grow Old With Me, which I actually did not include on my fake Beatles album, because I already have Grow Old With Me on the... I have the John tape on the early 80s album, but... so I didn't include that one. But beyond that, then he also did that, like, Here's to the Nights song that Ringo put out last year, where he got all these people to duet with him over Zoom, which I guess is like a preview to an EP that he's putting out, like, later this year. You know, here's the thing with that philosophy, because I get why people do that, of adding Julian, Sean, James, and Danny. I get why people do that. Here's my issue with adding them, and this is not a slam against them or their music in any way, but just the music that Danny Harrison, Julian and Sean Lennon, and James McCartney all make are all decidedly not Beatles-sounding records, and that's by intention. Because obviously, well, I guess Julian made somewhat sounding John Lennon recordings. But, like, it's clearly by intention that those guys went into music trying their hardest not to be immediately compared to their dads. I mean, there's that classic clip online of, like, James McCartney going on to, like, morning show in England, and, like, Paul doing that, like, video. Have you seen that of, like, of James McCartney, like, went on some, like, British morning show to perform his music, and then, like, the presenters went, oh, before you play, we've got this special video message from a fan who wants to, like, wish you well, and they cut to Paul being an absolute dad, just being an absolute, like, grandpa dad, just going, hey, Jamesy, rock it, man, I know you will, do, and it cuts back to James McCartney, and he just looks so dead in the eyes, just, like, so, like, thanks, Dad, and, like, for me, that underlying vibe is very much why I'm like, you know, if we're gonna be adding in Julian and Sean and Danny and James, I think they could be their own. If we're gonna be doing that, we might as well just make them their own supergroup of, like, the Beatles kids all doing their indie alt-rock stuff, because, like, and again, not a slam against them, but it sounds nothing like what the other ones are doing. like, you know, Sean Lennon's music sounds like John Lennon, only in so much that Sean Lennon styles his vocal styles after his dad. Like, that's as close as it sounds. And beyond that, it's got, like, nothing in common. It's not at all a replacement for John Lennon. And the same goes for Julian, and the same goes for Danny doing his own music, is that he styles his voice to sound like George, but it's not a replacement for George Harrison. So, for me, I just, like, the 2021 for me, it was like the 8 or 9 best tracks from McCartney 3, and then, like, a song from Ringo's What's My Name album, which wasn't even the one that Paul played on, but just was, like, the one that I thought was subjectively, like, the one I liked the most, and then the Here's to the Nights song, because I figured that if that one at least did actually have Paul singing on it, and I could be like, yeah, he's on that one, so there is a moment where he and Ringo actually play together, and that's the 2021, and it's on my Spotify, and it's called When Winter Comes, and I will likely talk about it more in depth later, so if any of y'all want to ever hear more about this pet project that I could go on for ages about, I would guess just either follow or do what you will with the channel, because it's definitely something that is in the cards. I genuinely do not know where I am supposed to go in this level. I've gotten all the star coins at this point, so that's a positive. But I genuinely do not know what pathway I'm supposed to be taking in this level. I think it's here, isn't it? Yeah, it's here. This is it. Okay. Don't know why I wasn't going through before. But, ooh, 111. So yeah, that will be something that I'm definitely going to talk about in the future. I just need to schedule it first. And I need to, like, do a little bit of, it's always a tricky situation, too, because, the Beatles are one of those bands that are very, well, I mean, most big-name musicians are like this, but they're definitely one of the ones that are very, touchy about having their stuff talked about on the internet. People do it, but like they're very like, if you use too much footage or too much audio, that's a pretty swift copyright strike. So I think I could maybe sort of get away with it on Twitch, but then I do want to kind of keep the VOD up a little bit. So it'd be something I need to just work it out. But the big one is definitely I need to schedule it with the other person who I would like to bring on to talk about it with, because I know that I've mentioned it before and she's very interested in it, and I would like to be able to discuss it to someone. I feel like that would just add a nice dimension to talking about it, beyond just me ranting, though I'm very good at ranting. I'm very good at just talking. Oof, okay. Alright. Ba. When you're done, you'll do it. I did that. I did do that. I have already made that process, and I did it. I set it up. I'll do you one better. And this is something that obviously I really can't share online because it would be a copyright nightmare. But not only did I make my fake version of the Bangladesh concert, which is pretty much plays out like the Bangladesh concert, but with John and Paul there to add their 2 cents, which for my money makes it like one of the most definitive most definitive live albums ever, because then on the same stage at one point you have the Beatles and Bob Dylan doing a charity concert. So pretty much like that's just like the ultimate apex of 1960s pop rock music on one stage, as far as I'm concerned. But like, I not only did that, but I took the footage from the Bangladesh movie, the Live in New York City tape, and the Wings rock show movie, and I took the footage of all of those, I put them into my computer, and I made a self-made edit of the Bangladesh movie where it looks like John and Paul are on the stage at the same time. So then it's like a visual, like, Beatles concert film, but like made in a time where the audience isn't drowning out the band. So that is something that is, I've wanted to screen that for some friends. I might do that sometime, but I would need to know that they would be interested in seeing that. Obviously, because I don't want to get, like, in trouble, I can never share that on the internet, but that is something I have done. A part of me wants to redo it, actually, because I did that in my freshman year of college when I was, like, 18. So there's a lot of editing mistakes and frame drops that, like, I would go in and fix now, but it, like, was... It was a strenuous process to do it just the one time, so I don't even want to contemplate, like, the pain it would be trying to do it again now. I've got other stuff to do. But that is what I did. That's the only time I've ever... I mean, I've done that for a couple of things. Like, I do have... I've got, like, a whole set on my computer of, like, Beatle promo vids, where I pretty much edit it the same way they edited the Something video, which is just take, you know, scattered footage of the four of them during any given year and just place it all together, and boom, Beatle video. Because, I mean, that's what they did basically when they did the music video for Something. Because, like, the band was well broken up by the time they made that video. Let's just be like, yeah, here's a bunch of footage of just John, Paul, George, and Ringo individually in the 70s and set to one of their songs, and it works. Is this just a Bowser Jr. fight? I guess it is. Okay, well, oh, nice try, buddy. Oh, okay, well, you did figure out how to do that. But I got this, and there we go with that. Let's see if I can't nab me this. Good stuff. There we go. But that's cool. I didn't know that, it's cool that you're here from that stuff, though, because I do that on occasion. I'll occasionally do, like, music talk streams, just because that's, like, the stuff I could go on for hours about. Like, for example, we've got 82 lives. 82 was a nice year for music. It was like that slot. 82 was like that slot of right when MTV, like, really hit the scene. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, too, and this goes into a whole thing, too, with, like, making those things on, I mean, I don't have Amazon Music, but, my issue with with all the streaming services, this is just my own general, complaint. I have always been very reticent about fully embracing the streaming stuff. I have accounts for things like Spotify and all that, just because I do think at their best, they're tremendous at, like, providing a more social aspect to the music listening experience, and I wish that they would hype that up more than they do, but, I do enjoy it on that aspect. But my big issue with Amazon and Spotify and Apple Music and Tidal and Google Play and whatever else is out there is that even though it's like, great, you've got all this music at your fingertips and you've got all of it and you're just paying for it on a subscription service, you don't own it. You don't really own the music. You have, like, the ability to listen to a streaming MP3 file, but at any moment in time, either label or artist or whoever can just go, hey, nope, you don't get this now anymore. And we've seen people do this many times. We've seen Taylor Swift go, get this out of here. We've seen Neil Young go, get this out of here. We've seen people like, I mean, Prince was famously not on streaming until literally he died because he hated streaming. And the only reason he's, like, on Spotify and all these services now is because he's dead, so he can't object to it anymore. But, like, for me, I've always just been more about the, like, you know, I like being able to be like, yeah, here's the MP3 file or whatever kind of file it is, and I can, like, have it with me at any moment in time, and I can just keep it with me. I can listen to it on my computer or on my phone, and if I want to be messing around with it, if I want to put it in an audio editing service, I can do that. I can rearrange this. I can maybe, like, remix this and add some, like, different instruments to it and all that other stuff. I like being able to have, and also if I, like, buy a record or if I, like, get a CD or something, because I still do actually consume CDs on occasion, on those fun times where something comes out and it's released neither digitally nor on streaming, then I go out and get the CD. Yes, they are nice to have, but then I can, like, import those as well, and I can just have those files with me at all times, and I don't need to worry about, like, either the label or someone being like, we're pulling this or we're getting rid of this. Like, we can just Digital books, yeah. With digital books, I can't do digital books at all. I've tried. There's a couple of books that I've read digitally, just because sometimes it becomes irritating. Well, and nowadays it's another thing entirely to be like going to a bookstore anyway. But I've tried with digital books. Maybe if I had like a tablet, it would be a different story, just because those have bigger screens. But like, I can't with. I mean, like, and I see the appeal too, and I see the appeal. This is where I feel like the audiobook market really starts cornering itself, because I see the appeal as well of people getting audiobooks digitally, because then like they can have sort of the digital version of the book, but then they can listen to it. So like if they're in their car, or if they're like they treat it like treating a podcast or something like that, like sort of just like, you know, you get through the book but through the audio format of it, so they still feel like they're having the experience. I need to go back and see. I know I missed something. I might just do this. When you get a cassette tape, you probably get stuff from YouTube. Yeah, that's cool that you still listen to cassettes. I know cassettes have been making a comeback now, the same way. It's interesting for me, the cassette tape thing. I'm not as I've never been as like totally jazzed about cassette the same way I am about like vinyl. Like, I'm one of those people, I do buy vinyl because I know scientifically it does actually have more sound resonance to it. Plus, also, I like having the like large form artwork of like having the sleeve and then having the whole thing. I mean, like my whole branding, even like my starting soon screens on my Be Right Back screens are like this looping footage of like my copy of the White Album just spinning again and again and again. Even though I don't play the snippets of the White Album, but whoops. But like, I like having the warmth and the tone of vinyl. But cassette is a very interesting thing. I remember, like, cassette were definitely like the things that were big in my early childhood. Like, CDs were around, obviously, because I was, like, you know, like, I was born in the age of CDs as well. But, like, I do know that the cassette tape thing was really cool. I like, too, that with cassette tapes, like, that was, like, you know, nowadays people make mixtapes and they're a different kind of format, but, like, the actual original concept of like playlist mixtapes of people like taking their vinyls or their CDs and then like just putting it onto tape and then having it with them on their like Walkmans or whatever they were doing. That was like something that I used to do like really when I was young, and it's cool that they're making a comeback. I feel like I had a point earlier, which I'm trying to recollect what it was. I feel I have to... Yeah, okay, so that's that. I'm making the best progress in this level that I have this entire time. Oh, big friends. Well, at the very least I got spit out right by the exit. Up and bop. There we go. I like how this has become... I say this genuinely. I like how this has gone to ending up becoming like a covert music talk stream. I mean, I love talking about it. I do. But it's always funny to me when suddenly it becomes a different kind of beast around here. Alright, so now... getting back to the video game for a brief moment, this is what I'm talking about, where I'm like, okay, so the commitments that they gave to this level in being an actual Rocky Mountain world, not fully committed to, obviously, as we can see that now we've returned to like a World 5 dynamic of it's another ice level. So, again, I don't know how much mileage they could have gotten out of making every stage in World 6 like a Rocky Mountain thing. But at the same time, they pretty much limit it down to just being like, yep, there's some mountains in the background. That's what you get. Hope you're satisfied. Alright, whoop. Alrighty. And whoosh. Okay, so how to get this? I feel like I probably have to do some expert stuff. Yeah, that's gonna require some thinking, some very critical thinking. And I don't have a power-up in reserve, so that's fun. That's always useful and friendly and lovely when that's the situation. Hopefully this will be a mushroom. Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, the interesting thing... Okay, so... Here's what intrigued me. Is, because I am assuming that you're referring to not only to the deluxe editions just as a presentational thing, but also to the fact that they were doing the, like, remixes of the records. But, oh, thank you, Toko379. I suspected that was the situation there, but like, yeah, so here's what fascinated me about the deluxe edition Beatle things is that, well, for one thing, it was like, I wasn't shocked when they started with Pepper, just because, like, for the longest amount of time, like, Pepper's been I totally mucked that up. That's on me. But for the longest amount of time, Pepper's been, like, the big, like, thing that everyone goes, it's the greatest album of all time. I think people aren't really saying that anymore. I think now people are starting to say that, like, Abbey Road is the best Beatles album, which is not my personal opinion, but... like, but I don't think Pepper's my favorite Beatles album either. But, that same point, I wish that they had done a deluxe edition specifically for Rubber Soul and, oh yeah. Well, here was what interested me, because, talking about the Mystery Tour stuff, if you actually consider between the deluxe edition of, well, actually, let me put it this way. So here's what interests me about Mystery Tour as an album, which technically isn't even an album. It's, whoops, I think this was too early. Yeah, it was too early. But, the interesting thing about Mystery Tour is that because it's less of an album and more like a compilation made by Capitol Records, every single... song on Mystery Tour has in one form or another been put either in a movie or in a video. And because of that, they skipped over it when they were doing the remixes. Like, they did the Pepper remix, and they did the White Album remix, and they did the Abbey Road remix, and they're inevitably going to do a Let It Be remix when the Peter Jackson movie comes out, because we all know that that's in the cards, God willing. But, I mean, they've remixed that album, like, twice already, so they'll do it again, but, like, and I think there's probably going to be an All Things Must Pass remix coming out soon, because they did that, well, I messed up the jump, but, what was I get? Oh, but the thing with Mystery Tour is that if you look for it, you can actually find, like, pretty much... You can piece together a full-blown, like, super deluxe edition stereo remix of Mystery Tour just by aggregating it from other sources. Because all the movie songs got remixed for when they put Mystery Tour on Blu-ray and gave it the They gave the movie the deluxe edition treatment, which I still question... But I questioned it when they did it in 2012, and I question it now. But, like, they remixed all the songs for that package, and then you've got Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane, which got remixed when they did the promo videos Blu-ray, and you've got All You Need Is Love, and which was remixed for the promo videos Blu-ray anyway. Plus, you've got Baby You're a Rich Man, which got remixed for the Yellow Submarine like DVD. So like, if you search hard enough, like they did a full-blown like remix of that album, just at separate times and for different reasons. So the remix of Mystery Tour does exist, but the one that I really would love to see, given the deluxe edition treatment and the like Giles Martin remix, is at this point at least, is definitely a Revolver. Like Revolver just needs it, you know. I mean, it's particularly, you know, there's something to be said about like the value and the artistic ideology of doing all those super deluxe remixes. I felt Pepper was the most deserving of it, just because the stereo mix of Pepper is bad, as most of their pre-68 stereo mixes are. But the White Album and Abbey Road in particular, I was like, why did this need a remix? It's like their most well-mixed album. It's like the only one that they intentionally mixed for stereo, and it's the only one they recorded on 8-track. So I was like, of all the like, let's go back and remake this, I was like, Abbey Road needs this the least. Oh yeah, I mean, and that's something else I could talk about too. So, and I will probably talk about this when I do that fake Beatles album thing stream as well. I did do my own version of Mystery Tour. I actually did my own versions of all the 60s albums just because I could not stop myself. But my version of Mystery Tour is actually very similar to what you've suggested. But, okay, so here's my... I can list this off really quickly because I do have it semi-memorized. So my version of Mystery Tour is that you have side 1, which follows the EP track listing. So instead of it being like Mystery Tour, Fool on the Hill, Flying, all that, it follows the original UK EP track listing for the movie songs. So it's side 1 is Mystery Tour, Your Mother Should Know, I Am the Walrus, Fool on the Hill, Flying, Blue Jay Way, and then side 1 closes with Hello Goodbye. Then side 2 opens with Lady Madonna, The Inner Light, plays the first version of Across the Universe, not the Phil Spector Let It Be version, but the one that was on the World Wildlife Fund charity album version. And then from there, it's Baby You're a Rich Man, All You Need Is Love, and then from there, It's All Too Much. And that's my version of Mystery Tour. Because I figure then not only do you have a better reflection of where the band was at that moment in their career, but also it then provides a nicer context for like the recordings they made in late 67 and early 68 that weren't really part of Pepper, but weren't really part of like the White Album either. So, and then it's good for George, because then George gets more of a voice than he got during most of 67 on their albums. Alright, so got through that level. Alrighty, and bop. Oh, only one up, but that's okay. We're not hurting for one-ups at this point. We've got a pretty steady flow of one-ups going on here. And we've been covering all of our bases too, I think, right? Because we've got, Starcoins there, here. There's not any, from what I can tell, there aren't any alternate exits in these levels. It's pretty straightforward run, because then it's, at this point now, they're not giving us any of those, like, oh, get this way to the cannon or whatever, because by the time you're in World 6, it's like, what are you skipping? Like, so, okay. And we're finally back to remember the original theme of this world? Where it was supposed to be rocky mountains and cliffsides? We're back. Okay, well, there went that. We can do this. There goes by Chain Chomp. Right. I thought that would unlock something for me. It did not. Okay, and... Hey, cool. That helps. But yeah, that's gonna be another thing I eventually talk about when I do that stream where I go over and re-examine all my fake Beatle albums and all the changes I've made in the, like, 10 years since I talked about them on YouTube. Is gonna be all of that. But yeah. The full flying instrumental. That, you know, the full flying instrumental, I need to hear it because I know it's like also called Aerial Tour Instrumental because like it's the whole bit of in the movie where they've got all that like footage of Iceland, which I think according to McCartney was repurposed footage from Doctor Strangelove, which there's a connection to throw at you to be like, oh yeah, so in the middle of like Magical Mystery Tour, there's like all this footage, which was actually like shot by Stanley Kubrick, like. So that amuses me to no end. Just like, oh yeah, Magical Mystery Tour, directed by the Beatles, and a couple of minutes directed by Kubrick, in theory. I would need to check I would need to fact check that, but I don't know how you fact check that sort of claim. Okay, so that's the second one. Woo! Falling down deep and wide. Oh, yeah. Just because I was paying more attention. Death Cab for Cutie by the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. I think that got put out on a record somewhere, probably by the Bonzos. You know what amuses me about that song too? Not only the fact that the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band are in the movie, but also one of those members, Neil Innes, then like became like aside from Eric Idle, like became the resident songwriter of Monty Python. And, like, then helped make the Ruddles. Like, you ever think on that? That, like, within the Ruddles... I mean, I know the Ruddles have always had that Beatles connection just because, like, George was really good friends with Eric Idle and, like, I mean, to the point where he's in the movie. But, like, Neil Innes was, like, helped form the Ruddles and was also, like, in Mystery Tour. So, like, outside of actual George Harrison, he's like the only other person in that movie who was like actively, you know, like part of the Beatles history when like they're retelling it in that parody. Like that just it amuses me to no end that is like a feature of that film. Oh my goodness gracious, the whole situation with the time. I haven't been looking at the clock in this level, and I should be. Alright, well, hopefully we're relatively close to where we need to be going with this level. Let's hope so. Got a little pipe maze situation going on now. There we go, with that. Just gotta sprint. Just gotta sprint. Sprint fast and forward and movement goings. That's a speed run. This is a speed run for the ages. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Come on, Mario, do it! Yeah, come on, you can make this, Mario. Make it! Yes, okay, good. Alright, now come on. We only got 45 seconds left. Ooh! And I got the special... Yeah, it's got to get that milk! And some milk from Strong Bones! Yeah. Well, there we go. And what Toad House have we unlocked from that action? Ooh, a green one. Well, might as well go that. Go over there. Net us some extra health situation. Not that we're hurting in any situation. I've been screwing up playing through these levels, admittedly, but that's more just because I've had so much to discuss. so much to talk about today. Alright, and bop. Okay, there we go. Well, net us a nice 4. That certainly helps. Whoop. I need to go back to that. I actually, just because, like, I'm still on this topic, the thing I need to really go back and fix now, in my fake Beatles discography, is, because I've rearranged, like, the studio albums, like, 3 or 4 times now. The thing I need to go back and change are the live albums, because I've technically made 4. I've made 1 for Bangladesh. I made 1 that's actually a tag on to the Sometime in New York City album, which was hard to make because in order to get the timeline right on that album, I needed some decent tapes from the first Wings tour, which eventually came out, but was not easy to nab those. Nice tapes. I still can't believe how tricky it was to net that recording. Ah! Okay, whoops. But I need to, the main ones I need to fix is I need to fix the, I made 1 for the, like, 80s and 90s period. Like, that era, like, right before they made Anthology, where, like, Paul was on his world tour, and George did the tour of Japan, and Ringo had formed the All-Star Band for the first time. Like, I made a giant, like, triple live album out of those tapes, and I need to probably go back and refurbish them. And then there's another one that I did of just the Paul and Ringo variety, based off of the Good Evening in New York City record, and I'm gonna have to rearrange that one too. Those are gonna be kind of semi-irritating to go back and revisit, just because those tapes are not the most like amazing to listen to. They're good, but they're not like big revelations like the Bangladesh show is. But that is something that's in the cards. I'm gonna have to revisit that though. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with trying to nab the... Ooh, well, alright. There's a whole heck of a bunch. Alright. We're going to get this though. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. So close. So close. The castles are noticeably getting harder now, which I would hope they would, seeing as how, I mean, in the linear sense of the form, like, we're at what would be, in theory, the second to last castle level in the game. But, I mean, it isn't the second to last castle level in the game, but, still. Okay. Let's go this way of attack. There we go. Oh, and that... Oh, okay. Well, that is disappointing. Okay, so... Just gotta get this dealt with like that. Ooh, nope. I tried. Come on, come on, come on! We can do this, we can do this! Alright, I'm gonna open with the fire flower, because I'll be able to nab one immediately anyway, so... Now I'll just have it on reserve. Come on, this. Thank you. I said thank you. Pfft. Well, that was just stupid of me. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We can make this, we can make this. Now's not the time to start choking on our own ambitions. We're also only like 4 coins away from getting another 1-up. 3. Two, 1, 0. Okay, there we go. Ha 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 ha! Hoi! Alright, and... hello. Goodbye. Alright, and throw this in. There it goes. There it went. There it be. Okay. Now then, I should have thought ahead. I didn't, and that's where I pay the penalty. For my own lack of vision. Okay, come on. Give me this. Thank you. Gotta focus time now. Okay. I've been, like, paying such little attention to game that I need to just really center back in and focus on everything that I got going on and doing. Alright, there we go with that. And whoosh. And bump. Alrighty. And boom. Alright, now if I can just keep hold of this. That was dumb. I should have just waited. There's like so many Koopa Troopas in front of me. I need not waste my time holding just the one when there are so many more that could be of use. Hang on. There we go. This is like the first genuine challenge that I've been facing today. I mean, I've had challenges as well, but they've been from before, but they've been more due to my own inattention than like actual difficulty of what I've got going on. This one actually is giving me a little bit of trial and tribulation. So I need to focus a bit more on what I got going on here. Ooh, okay, and there we go. Good. Good stuff, okay. And, oh no, okay. It has, Larry, it has been released officially. There are, not on streaming, but on iTunes, you can, find the box sets for, the Beatles' US Capitol albums, which do include the American version of Hard Day's Night and the American version of Help, which include the orchestra instrumentals. Again, it's not on streaming, it is an iTunes exclusive, and it is also on a CD box set, but they have been released officially. So, that is where you can find them at this current moment in time. Because they did do that. They did that, like, big box set in 2014 to, like, mark the 50th of when they did the Ed Sullivan gig. They were like, well, now we're going to reissue the American albums again. Which, maybe it's my own cultural ignorance, but there are more than a couple of those American Capitol Beatles albums which I think are superior to the British ones. The big the big 3 on my end, the like 3 Capitol albums that I like genuinely think are like really superb listens are Meet the Beatles, which is just a stronger version to me of With the Beatles, and the American Rubber Soul, which people sleep on because like Rubber Soul is like so widely respected, but like the American version of it, like even though it cuts really good songs out of it, like Drive My Car and Nowhere Man and If I Needed Someone, like those are all great songs and they are cut from the American Rubber Soul, but then they added in like I've Just Seen a Face and It's Only Love, which then made it a more acoustic folk rock album. I mean, that's the one that made Brian Wilson write Pet Sounds. Like, Brian Wilson, like, heard the Capitol version of Rubber Soul and then went, this is so good, I'm gonna go make Pet Sounds. So, like, there's definitely historical context that at the very least means the American version of Rubber Soul is worth hearing. And then even with like Nowhere Man and Drive My Car and If I Needed Someone all being cut, then they all show up on the Yesterday and Today album, which is like a genuinely fun, enjoyable listen that I enjoy hearing. It's a slapdash artistic mess because it's not what they wanted to have happen to those songs, but like it's a superbly like enjoyable listen. It's like the most like electric it's like one of their most electric it's like their garage rock album, Yesterday and Today. I enjoy it greatly, and it's known more for its album cover than for its actual like validity as music, and I find that profusely disappointing. Oh, I overshot my jump on that. Okay, come on, make up for it, make up for it. Ooh, that's a yep. Well, at the very least, I can. It does. It's a shame they can't get because there are a couple of those instrumentals that like I think are really really good. Like I like the orchestral version of "And I Love Her." That's on the Hard Day's Night soundtrack. That one's good. And you know, the Help orchestra cues. I don't think they're as like uniformly strong as the ones on Hard Day's Night. I think that the fact that George Martin didn't really do those ones does play a little bit of a role in that one. But those are significant too. Those are like the first appearances of Indian instruments on a Beatles album, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because that was like where all those like that's where George Harrison like first messed around with all the Indian instruments. So like that's significant. I'm only just now realizing that is actually probably very very important to the to the legacy of the band, that the American version of Help was the first appearance of those Indian instrumentals on a Beatles record. But Norwegian Wood I think is also like a better instance of them being used in that context. I mean, of course, by the time you get to Love You Too on Revolver, then it's like, you know, all hands on deck. All the rules are being thrown out now. Which I would say probably Love You Too I think is a better track than Within You Without You. I don't know if that's a spicy take to make, but I think of the three Harrison Indian tracks that he did in 66 and 67, for me the rankings are Inner Light, Love You Too, and then Within You and Without You. Because Within You and Without You is just kind of like a dirge. Alright, bop! Ooh, and I can toss that off. Whoosh. Okay. I'm gonna need to actually, if I'm gonna be doing this now, it may behoove me to get some power-ups first. I like this tank boss. I mean, it's a good boss. Very, very creative. My thing is more just like, I'm going into this with no... I need to stop doing that. That's not helping me. I need to leave that Koopa Troopa be, so then I can bounce on him to get up to the... Well, ooh, I nearly got crushed there. That would have been bad if I had. Oh no, now he's gone. Oh, I screwed this up. Yeah, well, because now, I mean, in the later series games, it becomes the rotating cast of either... Well, let's see here. So, in Wii and U, it becomes the Koopalings. That's just... It becomes what happens. And then, in New Mario 2, it's Boom Boom and Pom Pom all the time, isn't it? Or is it just Boom Boom? Is it just Boom Boom in New Mario 2? I mean, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna find out eventually anyway, just because this show is this show. But yeah, that's really disappointing if it's just Boom Boom. I mean, again, I feel subtly, I could be wrong about this, but like, there is something to be said about the fact that because this game, I'm gonna have to bite it again. But I think there's something to be said about the fact that this game did take so many assets from 64DS. That the fact that 64DS had all these different kinds of like bosses and enemies going on, they could have more original boss fights in the first entry. But it is noticeably disappointing that the variety of what we get in the new Mario series will just progressively become less and less unique and more streamlined as the entries go forward. This is just going to be frustration. Oh yeah, that Mummy Pokey is great. And then the fact that you have to defeat him both as regular Mario and as Mini Mario is definitely like a sort of... That's another thing too. I mean, I talked about this before as like a mechanic that I have a love-hate relationship, and I still do have a love-hate relationship with the fact that like 2 of the full-blown worlds of the game are locked off by the prerequisite of beating a level as Mini Mario. But at the same time, I do recognize that that is the advantage of having those sections where it's like, well, you gotta have this if you're gonna get through this in the proper format. Okay, I was hoping that would net me a better power-up than it did, and it did not. But is there not like a... Okay, I guess there isn't. Maybe there isn't in this room, I don't know. I'm hoping that I'll eventually be able to find like maybe a Fire Flower box or something along the lines that could help me out with this tank boss situation. Just because, like, I mean, I got to like the 3rd point with them before, but also it is something that like would be beneficial to have on standby. I don't think it's here though, so I think I'm just gonna have to work with what I got. Alright, come on, friend. Come on, friend. Come on, buddy. Come on, pal. Ooh, there you go. I will admit, this is not the best spot for me to be in. Okay, and I think, though, if I just do this, will this... I gotta wait, don't I? Yeah, they're gonna draw it out. There we go. Oof. Okay, come on now. This is just a simple matter. Oof, okay. It's gonna require... This is the bit that requires good timing. Ooh! Yeah, there we go. And explosions. Oh, it is so nice. Oh, such words from Bowser Jr. It still stuns me the way, like, as he runs off with Peach, like, she's just being dragged through these lands like a rag doll. But anyway, alright, well, we have here World 8, which is, in fact, the last world of the game. But she's got a strong back. She can handle it. But before we get into World 8, there is unfinished business we have left to attend to. And this will require first us going to World 1. We could potentially go to other worlds and hope that we could play the gamble on this well and tidy. But I don't really want to do that, because what we need to do, I know, is going to require one very specific thing, which I know I can get in one very specific place. So let us now go grind out for the mini mushrooms. Woohoo! Now, the working theory that is that I will do this level twice, because here's my thought process with getting and unlocking World 7 is that because I know for a fact that I already have all the star coins in the castle level, which is more that could be said for when I went through the World 2 castle, I really have no want or intention to go through the whole castle stage again as Mini Mario. So, here's my thinking. If I get a mini mushroom and hold it in reserve, then I should, in theory, be able to then blow through most of the World 5 boss fight without, or World 5 level. Whoops, I wall jumped when I didn't want to. My mistake. Oof, okay. But my hope is that if I get 2 mini mushrooms in reserve beforehand, then I can hopefully get through most of the World 5 castle just as regular Mario, and then if I'm good at the boss fight, I can get through it as Mini Mario with little issue, and then we can just unlock World 7 very quickly. That is the hope that I'm running with here. Potentially, I could get to World 7 maybe from a castle, but a cannon I meant. But I actually don't know if that's possible. I don't think it is. I think the cannons only unlock like the main path worlds. Because even in World 4, I think it only got us to World 6. I think. So, I'm assuming if we went to World 5, it would only take us either to 6 or 8. Probably 8. So, World 7 is one of those that we must be Mini Mario, and we must do this as Mini Mario to get to that world being unlocked. And so I just gotta get through here. Nab that. Ooh, there we go. Get me out of that corner where we got bouncing friends bouncing all around. Most not wanted. And woo, fly, fly, fly high across the sky. So, I don't think that plays a role in whether or not we actually keep it. I would figure it doesn't, that I should just get to this bit. But, there we go with that. Alright. Now then, with that in mind, let us swap back on over to World 6. Well, not World 6, World 5. How could I have been so careless? And now, here in the snowy lands of World 5. I mean, maybe I'm lucky. I don't know. I can check the cannon stage and see where it takes me. Because we never checked the World 5 cannon. Yep, that's going to be World 8. You can tell by the fire sky. So, I mean, we've unlocked it already. You might as well just shoot on over to it. There's no spoilers to be found here. But we need to get to World 7. And there's only one way to World 7, and that's the small way. The tiny way. The mini way. So, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Just moving right along, moving right along, moving right along. And there we go. So my hope is that I can just get through this stage with relatively little issue. The fact that it's all conveyor belts implies to me that that might be otherwise, but we'll see what happens. Oof. The jumps, the floaty jumps are definitely helping me out with this. I wouldn't say it's technically a concept album. It's a concept album in so much that it's soundtracking the movie, but it wasn't an album. The thing you have to think, Joscelary, about the, whoops. Okay, well, it's fine. I can get through the stage as regular Mario. But the thing with Mystery Tour, you had to figure this. In England, which is the big, like, core discography of the Beatles, Magical Mystery Tour didn't come out as an album. It came out as a double EP. Because the Beatles' policy was always, don't put the hit singles on the albums. The hit singles are meant to be the hit singles. The albums are meant to be the albums. So, Magical Mystery Tour was never meant to be a Beatles album. It came out in England as 2 EPs. And then in America, where EPs were not popular, Capitol Records, in defiance of their contract with the Beatles, made one last maneuver play where they went, well, we'll make another special US album for old time's sake, and put out the movie songs on side 1 and then all of the singles on side 2. So, like, Strawberry Fields was originally recorded for Pepper, and then All You Need Is Love and Baby You're a Rich Man were just recorded in mid-67 to be that standalone single, and the same thing with Hello Goodbye. So, it's maybe semi a concept album. I mean, you can, like, sort of take it as a concept album, but in a similar way to Pepper, like, the songs don't really, like, tell a story. They just sort of soundtrack the movie. The real follow-up to Pepper was always the White Album. And you can tell that by its presentation. Like, the White Album is... That one is, in general, my favorite album. But I think something that people tend to overlook now, because the Beatles eventually, like, made Magical Mystery Tour part of the core catalog, is that the follow-up to Pepper was always intended to be the White Album. And when you think of how that album is so defiantly, like, minimalist in both its presentation and its production, like, there's bits of the White Album that are very, very lo-fi. And it's just like I feel like people never give enough credit to the fact that the White Album is like the intentional total 180 of everything Sgt. Pepper was. And so, in my mind, it's not really a concept album. It's just a very, very good compilation of songs from 1967. But if they seem to tell a story, then that is spectacular. And all the more power to the listener. I'm gonna probably die here, aren't I? Oh, no. Okay, come on. Just make this right. Make this right. Ooh! One go at it. And I cut it close to the wire, too. But there we go. World 7 unlocked. Alrighty. Okay, so here we are in the clouds, which means that more than likely what we got going on here is going to be a whole heck of a lot of jump puzzles. But I can live with jump puzzles. Jump puzzles are just acrobatics. Alrighty, so though having this floaty mini mushroom is certainly a frustration. Oh, joy. That's gonna be... Oh, okay. So I see now. I see now where I messed up there. I'm gonna quickly write this down. Okay, and with that, let us get back into the game. Alright, so just gotta figure out where to for this platform. First things first, is it possible for me to get a nice power-up? You know, those nice power-ups I heard so much about? This one, land, thank you. Now then, you're gonna theoretically drop... No, you're going backwards. So we're gonna have to return to this, is what this tells me. Yes, yes indeed. Now I see what is going on here. Patience! The virtue of patience is what I needed. Ooh, okay. Needed to just be careful there with them jumps. Okay, so now this. Well, luckily, this is just sitting on a thing. If I had taken this from the top, I could have gotten not only more coins, but potentially a super mushroom. But, you live with what you got. Alright. Now then, what do we got going on here, though? Whoop. Expert timings. Woo! It's like a roller coaster. Wow! Woo! And there we go with that. Good stuff. Okay, so first maneuver, I think, is this. Second maneuver is this. Just get them both on standby, because you never know when you might need one or the other. Oof, get you out of here. One of them's ricocheting away without the other, so might as well go that. Ooh! Oh, I don't know why Apple is. I mean, they're not the only ones. If you'll notice, there's a lot of classic rock acts who are putting out a whole bunch of, like, really pointless EPs recently on, like, streaming. And I don't know why they're doing it. I really wish they would stop. It's giving me throwback vibes to, like, the late 70s and early 80s when, like, there was that period in time where Apple was defunct and the 4 members let their contracts with EMI and Capitol expire, so then they just started putting out all these, like, really cheap, like, greatest hits compilations, like the Rock and Roll Music album, and the Love Songs album, and the Beatles Ballads album, and the Real Music album. It's giving me throwback to that era of Beatles history, so there is a precedent for it, like, at the very least. There's actual, like, precedent to them just, like, churning out all these, like, very hodgepodge, like, greatest hits records, but I genuinely wish they would just stop doing that, because they do nothing but pollute the marketplace, and also just really present their music in, some of which were, I was like, not even, like, I didn't even think were presented in a very good way. Like, the first one they did was like the Halloween one. You remember this? They put out like the scary songs of the Beatles, and they like put out like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds on that compilation, and I was like, really? Lucy in the Sky with, I mean, it's a trippy song, but like that one? Not like Revolution 9, the 8-minute, like, avant-garde sound collage that was like the brainchild of Yoko Ono, that's got the sounds of, like, you know, babies crying and John Lennon screaming like he's being stabbed. You don't want to include that one in your, like, scary Beatles songs compilation. Like, it took me until I was in my, like, it was in my, like, late teens where I could finally listen to the White Album without immediately skipping over Revolution 9. That song is, like, genuinely terrifying to listen to. And then they put out Scary Songs of the Beatles, and that one's not on it. And I went, what even, who's compiling these things? Because they clearly are not, they either are, like, being told, here's the songs that we want to promote this week, or they're just doing a very bad job at compiling these things. So alright, so that's the first star coin, which means the second one has to be somewhere in this first area. And I had to think of where that might be exactly. My thinking is potentially somewhere around this area. Let's try over, if I were to do some, well, the issue here is that the floor is sinking in, so it doesn't want me to, oof, no, not that. Okay, gotta think about this one, well, Carnival of Light, I mean, like, the thing with the compilation EPs is that clearly they're just reusing old material. Oh, this is right. This is it. I now remember this whole gimmick premise. But Carnival of Light, if they were gonna put it out, they were gonna put it out either with they would have put it out either with the Pepper Super Deluxe Edition, or like they would have put it out with a Mystery Tour Super Deluxe Edition. At this point, I feel safe in saying that we're probably not gonna get it, or at least if we are gonna get it, it's gonna be likely after whoever the objecting party is gonna be long gone. Like, there's like more than a couple of tapes that I'm like, yeah, we'll hear that eventually, but it's gonna be after some significant players have passed on. I'm assuming with Carnival of Light it will be likely, I don't know who it will be, but like we'll get it eventually, but it's gonna be after some people are no longer with us. And that may be morbid to say, but that is normally how Super Deluxe Editions work. Is that the tapes that the artists never ever wanted out for public consumption normally get released, but only after they've died. So, again, looking at you, Prince. Like, you notice that? How, like, the moment Prince died, like, suddenly we started getting, here's the Super Deluxe Edition of Purple Rain in 1999 and Sign of the Times, all these things that he never wanted you to hear, now on a box set. Like, that's gonna be what happens. There's definitely gonna be a threshold. We're not there yet, but there's gonna be a threshold when Paul and Ringo pass and Yoko passes, and maybe Olivia as well. But, like, there's gonna be a moment where eventually we're gonna cross that threshold of where all the people who would object will no longer be present to object to things, and then that's gonna be how we get all these, like, tapes to come out. Because that is how capitalism likes to do things. So, anyway, alright, and there we go. Whoop. And whoop. So I just gotta go back here, do this again. I have to be careful now, because even though I've beaten this level before, obviously it's become evident to me that taking this pathway cancels out the checkpoint marker flag, or the checkpoint marker flag is just so close to the exit that it's like not even notable. Okay, so there we go with this. Ah! I need to stop doing that. I need to place myself in a better position where I stop jumping off the edge and into death. I will say, World 7, I kind of had a sneaking suspicion. I mean, we'll see what happens when we get to World 8, but I remember saying this decidedly during the last Mario stream, that I thought that World 7 would likely be the most difficult of all of the worlds, considering how World 4 was noticeably more difficult than World 5, and even to a degree, I would say potentially World 6, but World 7 is definitely giving me a challenge, and we can see here, like, I mean, to get the second star coin, you have to, like, intentionally jump on that flying wing item block and then land on it correctly and wait for it to scroll over to where the pipes are. So it's clearly evident that, like, this is where the difficulty actually takes a major ramp up, because like World 4, you had to do some smart puzzle solving mechanics to get here anyway. So it's definitely a noticeable uptick in the difficulty on my end, at least. So whoosh. Okay. Oh, come on, come on. Nope. Oof. All right. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. We're finally starting to take a dent in our life counter, though. I've only been going now for 2 hours, which sent me on a surprise. I might, I think I, like, semi-hinted that I was initially thinking that maybe I would get through this game, like, finish it up today. I don't think that is likely in the cards, just because we have been going for 2 hours, and like, even through all of this, like, we only have just now made it past World 6, and we're having noticeable difficulty getting through World 7. So, I'm thinking what will happen is, I'll probably do just World 7 and I'll save World 8 for, like, the next stream. I think that will be what I do. Gosh darn it. And then hopefully World 8 will provide me with enough difficulty that I can justify dedicating an entire stream to it. I hope it will, at least. I think it will. Because the only reason I would do World 8 is if I would figure that, like, it would only last, like, a couple of minutes of, like, me dedicating a whole stream to it. But the fact that World 6, like, took, like, nearly 2 hours tells me that I could probably justify saving it for... I mean, here's what it basically boils down to. I really, really don't want to do another final episode of Mario Sunshine again. This is not the week for doing another 12-hour stream of just trying to get all the different things in, like, this game. I'm trying to get this specific star coin at this point and having tremendous difficulty doing so. But this is not the week for me to be like, oh, well, whoopsie, I guess I'm doing like a 13-hour new Super Mario Bros. Stream. Like, no, that's not today. We'll probably go longer than the 3 hours at this pace, but at the same time, I'm going to be like, when I get to the end of World 7, I'm going to be like, and that's where we wrap it for today. And we'll come back to this at a later moment in time. Golly! Come on now. Gotta be kidding me with this. Oi. Oi. We're gonna make this. I wish I had well, it doesn't matter because, like, I was gonna say I wish I had a power-up, but I'm dying because I'm falling off the ledge. I'm not dying to any enemies. I'm dying because I keep mistiming my jumps and it's affecting where I land. So even if I had a power-up in reserve, I would just lose it immediately anyway. So there's no point in me holding on to that. I mean, I guess I could do this, and net me, like, an extra super mushroom, like, already. But then, like, what will it really affect me in the long run? Because all I gotta do is just get up here. Okay, so just hold on to here. Just stay here. And that's what we got going on. Just gotta chill here for as long as possible. Don't worry about too much. Just chill out here. So all I gotta do is just chill. Just chill. Thank you for the coin, video game. Most appreciated. Whew. And pop, there we go. Alright, so the hope here is that I can get this star coin and then just get to the end of the level, which, again, I have gotten to before. I've done it before this, and there's no alternate exit to this, so it's going to be the same exact exit I've left last time. I just need to start focusing in more on what I'm doing with my jumps, because clearly I'm letting something run amiss in this situation. Okay, and woo! Alright, did it. Did not start it with Rack My Brain. Rack My Brain is on there. Rack My Brain is my 1981 Ringo edition. That's his slot for that album, but I did not open the record with that one. My 1981 option is let's see, see if I remember it off the top of my head. My track listing for 81, which is an album called Moondogs, is Tug of War, Take It Away, I'm Stepping Out, Rack My Brain, Nobody Told Me, Tears of the World, Borrowed Time, Wanderlust, Ebony and Ivory, All Those Years Ago, Here Today, and Grow Old With Me. That's my 1981 album. From memory, that's the track listing. And I'm assuming that not only was I'm assuming that was just a follow bot that Nightbot timed out, and then well, I guess it says message deleted by moderator. I don't know. Like now that I actually have an actual mod in chat, which is for like the first time in ages. First time ever I've really had that happening. Like, I don't know what the situation is there. I'm assuming it was a follow bot, because 9 times out of 10, that's... If Nightbot's going off of people posting links to things, I should, in theory, now have it set to... Oh, you're good, JB. You're good. My assumption is that that was a follow bot, which, like, because I have my... The only times I've ever had an actual genuine issue with Nightbot timing out people for posting links is if people are posting clips. But I think, in theory, I should have that worked out by now. I think I have Nightbot set to only allow like links from clips.twitch.tv, which you do have to make that distinction. I think it has to be... You need to make the distinction with Nightbot that it's not just Twitch TV, it's clips.twitch.tv. Otherwise, it won't allow clips in chat if you have it set to no posting of links. So that, I do believe, is the situation, I believe. So I'm assuming that was just a follow bot. Okay, so that's the second one. And this one is which? Okay, so this predates the fake walls. Yeah, all the walls here are real. So, because that will be a new feature come the time we reach New Mario Wii, is they'll start introducing the fake walls. This is more just like find the right door. I don't think there was a star coin in here. Okay, so what was that one? Right? So then let's go this one. What's we got here? Alright, this is potentially the first one. First one? First one. Okay. And then, what do we do with this one? My hope is that this is not the immediate exit one. Okay, so that is pointing real quick. Alright, so my memory, my knowledge is that we must wait for it to be pointing in a very precise location. Because that is going to be how we get up to a certain point in place. Okay, that. My hope is that that helps. What did this accomplish? Oh, that. Okay, okay, that. Okay, that. Okay. And then that. Well, at least it resets. Okay, so... Alright, and then this is going to lead me where? Up here, up here, up here. Oof. Please be the way toward what I need. Okay, so this is nearing it. I think... Which direction? That's the way out, I believe. Luckily, this resets itself. Oof. Okay, and... Oh, that's gonna be the way to the coin, isn't it? Yep, that's definitely... Yep, that is it. That's the way to the coin, and I cannot get back there now. So... that's fun. Let's go through this, then. Probably gonna have to go for this whole level again, aren't I? Yep. Yes, indeed I will. And then, I mean, I'm gonna have to go through it again anyway. I'm gonna have to go through it twice. Because there's also secret exit in this, which I'm certain is the other door there, so... Got another firework thing, though. That's pleasant. Alright, so there we go with that. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. And whoop, okay. Alright. Okay, well, not a perfect score, but a pretty decent score nonetheless. Woo! Alright, so let's go back in here, because now we know the whole maze mode tactics that are happening within this level. So, over here is this door. We got this to go up to. No, I haven't checked out their channel like a million years. And I feel bad because I think we're actually YouTube friends. if any of you recall that feature. And I think they're still subscribed to my channel. But, nah, I haven't paid attention to what they've done in, like, ages. And that's on me being very, I don't know, just being very self-involved, I guess. But it's, I just haven't looked at their stuff in ages. I'll likely look back at it again and see what they got going on. I mean, like, I think, for me, part of it, too, is I think they, like, hadn't uploaded in, like, years anyway. And so it was, like, one of those things where I was just like, oh, okay, they did their bit, and then that wraps up on it, so. I need to go one more time to get the final exit, which, in reality, there's only going to be, like, 2 other ways to get there, which is going to be either the one door I haven't gone into yet, or, like, just taking the other direction, so. Yep, that there. And then I just gotta wait for this to do its little twist turnaround. Woof. There we go with that. Now this. Where does this lead? This is either going to be the other exit or it's going to be something else. That is how most of the ghost houses work. Oh, it's just something else. Okay. So then that means there is another bit over here, which they are pointing toward. Just gotta wait for it to be. Oh, I was above it. Oh, okay. Oh, just fire flower. Oh, alright. So then, what does this lead to? Okay, so then it has to be within this area. This, I'm assuming, leads just back out to the main hub. Yeah, it does that. Okay, so then where would be the alternate exit? I am looking it up now. For why not? At the very least, this looks to me to be the only ghost house. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. I was close to it, but that's cryptic. That's very cryptic. That's going to be interesting to see if I can memorize where that is. Okay, so okay. I got a plan for that stream. This stream has, like, by sheer coincidence, just enticed me to dedicate myself more fully to scheduling the like whole full-blown stream I want to do about going over all of my fake discography of Beatle albums and just going in depth and detail into the everything I got going on with them. Okay, where is it? It's one of these, isn't it? Oh shoot, it's that one. Okay. I was trying to... I knew that was going to trip me up. I knew for a fact that I was like, that's going to... When I looked it up and I was like, where is the secret exit? I was like, oh, that's going to be tricky. That's going to be very, very hard to memorize which block that is. That's some pinpoint accuracy you're going to need for that. I mean, you need pinpoint accuracy to get even this far in this level, but still... Alright, let's wait for this to come circle back around. Bop. Nope. There he is. And whoosh. Alright, so gotta just hope that I count this correct. Oh, that's how. There's the little bit of a glimmer. Oh, please get the timing right! Oh, no! Oh, bugger. Oh. Okay, that sucked. I'm gonna get this, don't you worry. Oh, don't you worry. I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. Whoop. Whoop. Alright. And there we go. The finger pointing is actually a little bit off-center, but that's probably why they have it built that way, to be just like, oh, you know, the little hint that maybe it's here. Okay, so, okay, I got enough time on this that I can, there we go. Woo! Woohoo! Alright, and, oh, none of this. Come on now, no. You know, you want to work with me here. There we go. Didn't get a 1-up out of that jump, but still. Whew. Okay, there we go. And I think that should be probably the last level with a secret exit. It appears to me that could be the case. I don't know. Let's see what the... apparently not, but... Still, okay. I might as well preemptively go to the Toad House here just to get some items in reserve, because I could use them at this point in time. I have nothing else on reserve. I know I haven't been using the Mega Mushroom as much as I could potentially be using it, but at the same time, like I've said in the past, the Mega Mushroom is useful in only very specific certain instances, which aren't always the most present and attentive. Alright, let's see if the blue shell helps out in any circumstance here. It may not, because again, it is the tricky one of the choices. Oh, this will not help me. This will definitely not help me. Yep, well, there it went. Well, had a good run. Didn't even get the 1-ups on that. What a sheer and utter disappointment. Well, Fire Flower will help at least. That will. That would. Oh, and then the coins are gonna... That's right, the coins are gonna throw the balance off. Now I recall this whole thing. No, they don't. Okay, the coins have got better sense than that. Okay, oh, yes. Oh, the good thing about this is that this is all very... Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those, like, Super Mario Bros. 2 kind of levels where it's a whole circle around the world. Okay, this is just all a matter of precision and deliberation. And by precision and deliberation, I mean, watch this. Ooh, look at that. It's like a Flintstones cartoon. Just cycle back around, and there you go. You did it, you done it, and you did it. Oof, okay. Come on, get out of my way. Get out of my way. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. None of you are welcome on this platform. This belongs to me. Alright, now that little extra tidbit. Now, this will probably bounce me back downwards. Yes, it will. Haha. But good for me. Actually, it's useful to note that we can do that little circle round, because it means that should I be about to miss something of vital importance, I can just try to recover it post-haste. That is going to definitely be something which we need the Koopa shell to do. We can't just ground pound it like the other ones. Well... Okay, then, what's this? That's nothing of vital importance. Oh, see? See there. There it is. Oh, no, what even? What even? You silly Koopas. Okay, come on, we just gotta time this right. Oh, no! The auto-scroll of the level has now, denied me the chance to get the... Oh, well. Well, you know, sometimes... Sometimes the level's got its own plans and says, hey, but what if we had an auto-scroll in this situation where the further down you go, the less room for error you have? Well, at the very least, now we know that that is exploitable, because as long as we've got this in reserve and we don't use it, we can just come back to this level and immediately have a fire flower. So that's a positive. Oof, okay, but I need to be more deliberate about how I approach this situation. Don't want to get rid of these too quickly, too hastily, though I do need to keep hold of at least one of these shells. I think it would be in my best interest to try to nab one of them here, and then hold on to this for as long as possible. Don't want to run into that friend yet. That should do this, right? Yes, it does! Thinking, critical mass thinking. So you use the fact that everything is in a 360 circle round, and then you go, that's the answers to solutions, to problems. And that's just a simple jump situation. Alright, well that was pretty, like, straightforward, nothing too strenuous there. Alright, and then this is just simple bop, bop, woo! Look at that. That was fresh and clean. Alrighty. Now, then, let us also... Wait, no, I wanted to get this. You too, Chaucelary. You too. I hope I hope you tune in for, I hope you continue tuning in, and also, I'll hope you are able to tune in when I eventually do the stream that's actually dedicated to going more in depth about the fake Beatle albums, because that's going to happen. Believe you me, that's something that is on the docket. I have tentative plans to do it. I just need to schedule it with some folks. But once I got that going on, be sure to tune into that. I hope to see you there when I do that. Okay, so making good progress so far. Oh, Wiggler. I don't want to attack Wiggler, but yet Wiggler always asks for attacks by being in spots where Wiggler should not be. Well, I've evaded Wiggler attacking so far, and I'm pretty pleased to say that. Ooh, big Wigglers. You know, the big Wigglers are okay to jump on because they feel no pain. We're so big that we're so small to Big Wiggler. The Big Wiggler is like, yeah, sure, ride on my back. I don't care. And that's what I like to see in my Wigglers. I like to see my Wigglers wiggle with a smile. Not with a frown. Not with any of that. I like to see fun, happy times with Wiggler. Okay, so there will be inevitably a... Ooh, okay, hang on. I feel like this pipe, even though it's got Goombas coming out of it, is potentially a way to a star coin. Potentially. I can't be certain. Let me look. Let me look into the future, by which I mean let me look at this guide that I have pulled up and make sure that I'm not making a dreadful mistake. I'm making a dreadful mistake. That is not... From what I'm seeing here, there will be no such coins that involve going into pipes. So I just made a whoops on that encounter. But we'll be set for the rest of this level, I do believe. I think we'll be in pretty fine form, all things considered, for the rest of this. Let's get that, whoop, fire flower. And I might have to anger you, Wiggler. I'm sorry, I didn't want to. I didn't want to anger you, Wiggler. Had no choice. Okay, so, with all that in mind... Wasn't necessary, but it helps. Oof. Helps at least with the point counter. Which, is there anything like of substantial value that happens should you be able to get the coin count, the score counter all the way up to like 9999999? I mean, has anyone ever had the dedication to do that? Like, I assume probably something, but then maybe Nintendo weren't ever thinking that people would make it that far, so it's hard to say for certain. You must be dispensed with post-haste. Ah, okay, there we go. That's the first one. Ooh, nice try with your boomerangs. Alright. So now this one's just going to involve riding on Wiggler the whole time. Oh, blue coin, blue coin, blue coin, blue coin! Blue coin, blue coins, blue coins, and stars! Stars which unlock more blue coins! Which I think if I time this out correctly, yes indeed, we can keep the star power rolling right along, doing all its thing, all its amazing, cool stuff, and star power. And what does this get? This, now it's just a regular old thing. Ooh, but that was fun. I enjoyed that, didn't you? Ooh, come on. Alright, come on, come on. Give me a nice little ooh. Alright, come on, okay, oof, alright. Come on, make that. Oh, ooh, okay. Now recover. Ooh, I did it. I can't believe I did that. It was cutting it close. I can feel it's getting down to the wire. Oh! Get out of here before the boomerangs come back around. Okay, so luckily for us, we have this fire flower in reserve, because we're gonna need to do this for the final one. That breaks on through there. Oh gosh! Oh gosh, oh golly. Whoops. That nearly hurt me. I mean, it wouldn't have killed me, but it would have hurt me. Oh, never mind. False alarm. Not too substantially dangerous. Okay. Oh, it's so nice. That's just so nice. Alright, that's unlocked the way to the tower. But before we head over there, oh, there's gonna be a lovely friend waiting for us when we get there. But first, let's stock up on the lives. We gotta finally, I mean, we're gonna have to eventually make it to that special, all-encompassing, all-approachable, all-superb, spectacular 99 lives, right? That's a goal we are hoping to achieve sometime or another. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet, but like 87 lives, we're getting close. Oh, and look at that. Hammer Brother said, "Nope, I want to go back to the past, but we're heading to the future. We're heading to the tops of the future and all of the things that we could achieve here." Okay, so all right. So I see subtle mechanics of what's got going on here. What to look for in a level. Potential wall jump slot. Okay, so that is not a place we can reach. At least I don't think so. Not in this format. If we come up here, though. There we go. Now we're up here. So that is the first star coin, which is going to most likely involve doing this maneuver, right? I mean, I guess we could have done it the other way, but I decided to be bold and do it the other way. So, whoop, and whoa, okay. Alright, just gotta be very deliberate about the everything we got going on here. Whoosh, okay. And down in this corner passage, we find just a little alcove of coins. Useful, yes. Helpful, not particularly. Whoops. Well, you know, hey. Easy come, easy go. Now then. Let us get this handled, supposed. Whoosh. And whoosh. Alrighty, and okay. There's definitely gonna be, I can sense it in my bones. Ooh, okay. That's gonna be, either we wall jump up there from here, or we do it from the other end, which I think is probably the real solution. So we come up here and hop on up here. Well, that's just the regular, okay, so that's just the regular course. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Oof. Okay, now... There's that. And that. Okay, so... Somewhere or other... I mean, we got some time still to work with all this. Oof, okay, so... Intriguing, 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 and fascinating. Alright, this implies to me that there is more than meets the eye. They will require this. And I guess that was it, but I feel like that most likely wasn't just it. But we'll see. I mean, we'll know for certain if I effed up if we get, like, toward the end of the level and I've only gotten, like, I end up getting the next star coin that I see and it's only, like, the third one. And then I go, like, oh, okay, so I missed the second one somewhere or other. Like, right up there, there's where the next one is. So I see it. I'm gonna find out now if this is the second or third. Which one is it? Second. Okay, so I haven't messed up anything too badly yet. Oof. Cutting it down to the wire, Whitmer. Cutting it down to the wire. There we go. Oof. And, ooh, nearly made some horrible mistakes there. Oh, this is going to require... I can see where this is going. I see where this is going. This is a memory trick. Okay, so... Over there... Over here. Okay. Okay. Got that bit down with. Oh, I see now. I see what is happening. Ooh, this is gonna be death. That's death. Well, here's the thing. At least now we know where everything is. Don't need to worry too much about too many strenuous things happening. There's not a lot of enemies in this level, so the necessity to, like, pull out the fire flower is not tremendous. But being a tower level, we are going to be facing off against Bowser Jr., whom should we have a fire flower on standby, is very, very easy to push over. Not the most challenging of all the many boss fights within this franchise. Okay, so just gotta be diligent about the approach and the maneuvering of how things go. So, whoa! Oh! Alrighty, now then, memorize, 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 memorize. This goes first. Oof, get off of that, and then wait for these all to reset. Oh, there we go. Having a better camera position in this vertical stage would be most beneficial. Okay, so the key to this is going to be having the benefit of just doing this. Oof, 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 oof. No, I did it again. I think what I gotta do there... Well, for one thing, I need to stop doing this thing I commonly do, which is that I hit the down D button instead of the left one or right one. That is not helping me whatsoever. But I just gotta be more diligent about how I time everything out. I'm not gonna bother with the power-up system too much. We know that there's a mushroom, like, right here. And then we're gonna get a fire flower, like, within the next room anyway. Like, right here. So, now I need to pull out my reserve fire flower. Oof, okay. My apologies for the slower pace of this level, but this is all about expert timing. Ooh! Cut that one a little bit too close. That's a little bit fringe of the neck hair sort of situation. Would have been most tremendously awful. Okay, and whoosh. Ugh, okay. We got this, we got this, we got this. Make this work, make this work. Oh! Alright, 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 More diligent, more diligent, more diligent. Okay, I could potentially, if I make it up there in time, if I just chill out here, then I should be able to live to see through to this. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's deal with this. Let's deal with this fun. Oh, you silly, silly scoundrel, you. And bop. And... okay. There we go. The mask fights, when he's got his mask on, are the ones where, when he remembers he has a shell he can go into, are the ones that are more challenging. Okay. So this level's going to have multiple exits to it, as evidenced by the fact that there are indeed multiple paths. Oh, there's going to be a string of them that have multiple exits, aren't there? They're compensating for the fact that World 6 was nothing but linear levels by putting all their secret exits here. Alright, so we can make this work though. Mini mushroom on this level? Is that helpful? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. This looks all hover puzzle based. Maybe it is. Let's see here. Which star coin is that? The second one, which means we're missing one further downwards. There it is. Alright. So that was simple enough. So this is where the alternate exits situation is going to fit in, because I can see what this level is all about. It's deceivingly easy, and by deceivingly I mean because there's so little amounts of enemies and there's such room for error everywhere all over the place. It gives you all different options on how you're going to approach getting out of here. So, whoosh and whoosh. Alright, that's the checkpoint flag. So, hello, Flawless Gamer. Hope you're having a lovely day. Alright, and there's the third star coin right there. Oh, and... ooh, is having Mini Mario a benefit? A benefit to our progress? Let's... whoop. Okay, we got this here. I didn't know if this was going to be a useful Mini Mario stage. Looks like it might be. Could potentially help to have the propeller back. Let's bring this back into play. Woohoo! Okay, and then do this. Alright, and now... is it going to require... there we go. That's probably the alternate exit, isn't it? Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. What do we got here? Yes, indeed it is. And why don't we do this to help solve the problem of how to get to the top of this flagpole? We'll just do a little bit of this and... oh, well, never mind. Forget it. Again, 86 lives. Getting to the top of every single flagpole, not a humongous necessity. Alright, so that unlocked that pathway. Oh, there's 3? Oh my god! Oh my god, there's 3 exits? That can't be. Can it? Let me pull up them guidebooks. So let's see here. That was exit 1. And then... so that's a shortcut to the castle, but... Flawless Gamer, thank you very much for the follow! I hope you enjoy what you see here, and I hope you have a lovely day. Okay, it looks to me like, from what I'm reading, all of these levels have just the 2 exits. I'm bypassing you. I don't care for what potential rewards you may benefit me, Hammer Brother. I'm Mini Mario, and Mini Mario have not any time for Hammer Brother shenanigans. Okay, woof. There we go there. There we go there. I think that that is just the extra special exit to that one thing. But that tells me, that intrigues me, because there's definitely clearly... I mean, unless there's like a different form of exit in this level, but I don't think there is. There would be just this, wouldn't it? So, I mean, there's this here. So there's this vine that we climb and just keep going. Oh, that's why. I see. I see now. I see now what is up. I understand. Okay. We're gonna have to do this level again, but not as Mini Mario, which may be a little bit more challenging. Because this unlocked, that's 5. And so I'm assuming that the next level to unlock here will be B. But let us do this again. Now that the Hammer Brother isn't there, we can go for looking to see where we can find us a good old super mushroom. Should be here. There it is. Give. There we go. Okay, so now it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Just a little bit more. It'll be... Now we have, though, the benefit of knowledge of knowing that it is worth our time to preemptively go and knock out all those special blocks first. Because if we do that, then the vine will keep going forward, and that will probably get to the third hidden exit of the level. Probably, I think. If there is one, which I'm certain there is, because the overworld map kind of pretty much says that there is, so that tells me that there probably is. So, whoosh, and whoosh. Alright, and now that... See, I will say this level would be much harder if there weren't all these propeller things all over the place. The propeller mechanic, while making the game noticeably floatier, does play a hugely beneficial role in controlling the aerial arc of all things. Okay, need to make sure I don't ground pound that block. Now this should be going upwards and upwards and upwards and upwards and upwards to where it needs to be. I'm hoping. Because there's that yellow pipe over there. Okay, there's that, and then this. This leads to where? Okay. Woohoo. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes. Indeed. Indeed. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. You doing that? You just keeping on going with the... Ooh, I'm taking bold chances in doing this tailspin I can't get out of. Okay. So, that brought us back over here. So, maybe not. But that was nice. That was a nice thing to unlock. I know, Mario. That's what I just said. That's just so nice. Okay, though. But that is intriguing. So... what does that mean for us? It means... there's a way to get to World 7A. Don't know how, though. Let me look at the, let me pull myself up a map. Why don't I? Super Mario Bros. World 7 map. Okay, so... this is for the Wii game. I don't want the Wii game. I want the DS one, please. If you could be so kind for me. Wiki, Super Mario Wiki. Come on. A new Super Mario Bros. There you go. Okay, so pull this up here. And then, okay, worlds and levels. World 7. So... How to. So, finding secret items in World 5. So that's found through the World 5, 7-5. So that's that. It has to be that, right? I guess so. Let's first things first. Alright, JB, have fun with your stream. If you're still going by the time I wrap up for today, I will probably raid you, but we'll see what happens. But good luck with your stream. And I'll talk to you later. Alright, so first things first, let's go over to the 1-up houses. Okay. So, what do we got going on here? We're so close. We're so close to hitting that 99 threshold. Okay. Just the 3 there. Woof. Alright. Got that. Then... got World 7-5. Now, this does have a secret exit in it. We're gonna have to find out where it is. Oh, it's just a good old-fashioned classic ground level. Well then. Well then, well then, well then. Whoop. Okay, so we are on the lookout for star coins, which are normally more simple to spot, but then we're also on the lookout for some hidden... Okay, so I see what is happening here. Okay. That is gonna be... Okay, let's first things first get the Fire Flower out of reserve. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, well... get this. Get that. That's the first of the star coins at the very least. Which I guess we could have in theory bounced on the bullet bills to nab as well, but... And then... from here... Oh... Okay, and that is a sign that we must return here with the mini mushroom, which we will have to nab in a very specific level. It's the only way I really know how to do it without gambling on them item checkboxes. Okay, and whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, now, at the very least, that's either the secret exit or the star coin, and in either scenario, my method of mode at this point is just to be like, well, let's just move forward and see what happens. Just go simple, straightaways, and then find out which way is the way to... I refuse to acknowledge that. Okay, so what's going on here? We got a whole situation. The Bob-Bomb's gonna have to work with me a little bit here. I feel like I half remember that this involves one of these blocks containing a vine in it and having the pretty open space there is gonna be potentially really beneficial. Oof, oof. That's gonna be a clip. I know that's gonna be a clip. If someone else doesn't clip it, I will, because that was just too outrageous. Okay, so that tells me, well, okay, that tells me a couple of things. First off, it tells me that well, they're both the same thing. But it tells me that in the Mini Mario Pipe is either... Oh! Well. This is like the first time in ages that I can actually say that the Mega Mushroom is useful in a level. If all the levels that it could have been, at least it's this one. Go for it! Go for it! Ooh, yes. Oh, I'm gonna lose a lot of those 1-ups though. That's unfortunate. But hey, that was actually supremely beneficial. Ooh, okay, so this is gonna be... likely secret exit area. I imagine that this will play a role in it. Oh, hello, Bonsai Bill. Hello, indeed, a Bonsai Bill. Oof, and oof. Alright, come on. I'm needing more bombs on standby. If you would be so gracious, video game, as to deliver them upon to me. You do not seem, though, to want to do that, and I ask of thee why. Okay, so definitely Definitely that's the secret exit. If it's not the secret exit, I mean, it has to be, because why else would they have that? It comes after the 3rd star coin, so... Oh, that unlocks that! Oh! Okay, then. That's intriguing. So, it's a loop. Interesting. Alright, well, first things first, let's get dealt with on the secret exit, because I want to get that handled first before worrying about the star coin counter. The star coin counter is going to require a lot of backtracking through things, which is not necessarily what I want to do. You know what, actually, now that I know, this is the first level ever where I can actually actively go, let's go back and get that Mega Mushroom. Because the Mega Mushroom is going to be supremely useful in this level. Because we've got the space for it, and actually, if we get the Mega Mushroom and use it at exactly the right time, that will help us unlock the secret exit more than using the bombs will. So yeah, let's go for that. That's gonna do it. That's gonna do it to it. That's gonna make this happen. You wait and see. We got this in the pocket. Alright, though. A little bit of power up, though. A little bit of regular old power up would not hurt me either. Okay, that is regular old power up. Very regular old standard power up. Not the most superb, but helps. I mean, I know that, like, no matter what I did, that was going to be the first thing that came out anyway. They're always going to be just giving me the mushrooms first before they give me the cool stuff. Alright. I just need to get through here. Alright. Now, that's useful. So, with that all figured and accounted for, if we do this and this and that. Okay. It was a little bit of a SpongeBob technique kind of moment. You do this and this and this and then... Okay. Oof, okay. Now then, now then, now then, now then, now then, now then. I would say about now is the time. If any time is the time, this is that time. Okay, get you out of the way. And get all this out of the way. That's gonna net me not a full bar, but enough that I can nab me a lot of 1-ups. And that's gonna be the secret exit. I know it. I can sense it. That was the secret. Yes, it was! First time in a long time where I was actually able to... I think the first time ever where I was able to actively be like, let's go back and get the Mega Mushroom and it will help us out in this level. Ooh, boy, did it. Okay. So that unlocks World 7A, but we're not going to go there just yet. First things first is we got one more star coin in that level to nab, so let's go back and get us a good old arousing, helpful mini mushroom. It's definitely happening. Woof. Okay, woo, and woof. We're making good progress. I'm very pleasantly plowed by the progress we are making here today. All right. Ooh, I am gonna say that I can safely say this now. World 8 likely, if it ends up being harder than World 7, which my hope is that it will be. We'll see. But likely we'll dedicate World 8 to the next stream. But still. Alrighty. So there's that one down, and then we're just gonna go for this one again, just to get another mini mushroom on standby. I'm just now recognizing the magnitude of what we've got going on. It may behoove us to get another Mega Mushroom first. Maybe. I don't know. This could be... Well, for one thing, I just totally bypassed the way to get to the mini mushroom anyway, so that was dumb of me. best be actually grabbing this while I still can. There we go. Now then, as I was saying, it could have maybe potentially behooven us to go and get the Mega Mushroom first and then have the Mini Mushroom, because we're gonna need the Mini Mushroom to get into that pipe. But no, if I had gotten the Mega Mushroom on standby, then not only would it override the Mini Mushroom, most certainly, but then when the Mega Mushroom would wear off, then I would have to. So I'm gonna have to do it with the Bob-omb. There's just no other way around it, because I can't just produce a Mega Mushroom. I'm gonna have to like have it in reserve, and because of that, there's no way geometrically that we could really pull off the maneuver that I think we could pull off to get that mini pipe dealt with. So first things first, though, let's get to where the mini pipe is, which is likely going to be easier said than done, considering how I think even to activate the bombs we're going to need to be ground pounding them, and then we're going to have to do from there, like try to... Okay, so that's that. Let's just do this, do a little bit of backtracking just to get these bullet bills out of the way. Okay, and then... Oh, okay. You respawn. That I know you do. Okay, good. Perfect placement. Explode, please. Thank you. There we go. And this is gonna be... Oh, you gotta be kidding me with this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me with this. That tells me... Oh, you know what? I think I maybe know what is in the cards here. I think I know what's at play. I think I know what I must do. I think I know what is about to happen. I think I got a feeling about what is about to transpire in front of our very eyes. My hope is that I can do this properly without error, which is easier said than done because they got these tiny Goombas here causing a ruckus. Yep. Hi, friends. Here we go, indeed. Okay, got this to handle. Push this out of the way. Ah, yeah, indeed, a Rooney. That is how it's done. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Okay. Well, we did it. I had a feeling that it was going to be a mixture of need Mega Mushroom, need Mini Mushroom sort of tactics going on here. And luckily for me, at this point now, a lot of this is just getting through the regular old level. Whoops. You know, it's at moments like this where I would be like, oh, best be getting out the item I have in reserve, but if there's one item that would not do me well at this current moment in time, it would be a heckin' Mini Mushroom. That won't help me at all. Oof, I got lucky on the traction there. Bonsai Bill! And doof, there we go. Oh, goodness gracious me. It's incredible the amount of stuff we got going on here. So this is definitely going to have 2 exits to it, because I can visibly see the pathway leading to the older level, which tells me that the actual forward path on this stage is going to be the real one, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so a lot of Koopa paratrooper friends here. Alright, let's do this. Yep. Saw that one coming. That was written in the cards. Oh. Okay, well maybe I can make this work if I just do timing right. No, okay. Let's wait for you to do your little clap, clap, clap. Alright, and now, what do we got going on here? Nope. None of that. Oof. Oh, well that was just accidental. I at least got the checkpoint flag on that before that happened, right? Did that count? Did that count as a... Yeah, it did. Okay, that's good. That would have been really disappointing if it didn't. Alright, let's clear out all of this first. Okay, and then see and check what's here. I had a feeling. I was like, there's a vine most likely in this area. Okay, cool. Alright, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Come on. Do your thing, do your thing. Alright, which number is this? That's 1. And that's the secret exit, isn't it? Yes, it is! Whoa. Well, there we go. That's at least the... That's the secret exit, which is likely the real exit. Or it's the fake one. No, it's the real one. So that's useful. But we're not done there yet. We need to do the rest of the level to get the rest of the star coins. What do we got here? What benefits have you for me? That is useful. Not gonna lie. That is very, very useful to have on standby. Thank you very much for that video game. I do appreciate it most tidily and graciously. Now then, though, what to do here? Whoop and whoosh. Okay. So at this point now, the rest of this is just gonna be playing through the level. Because I figure if the first star coin was where the secret exit was, then that tells me that the rest of these are just going to be right out in the open. Plus we got the checkpoint flag now, which is always good. Yep, see, look at that. What did I tell you? Right out in the open. And we got this fire flower. We had a fire flower. We had a super mushroom. You know, I'm going to stop saying what we have or don't have and just focus more on what we want. Let's focus more on what we would like to achieve. Okay, I do like achieving that. That certainly helps. I think this is going to require a little bit of expert doings of that. This should lead me, yes, to what I thought it would. Ooh, okay, look, look. If I do this and time that right, okay, and then there's just a whole bunch of friends. A whole bunch of friends. Here come more friends. Here come more friends down the avenue, singing their song all the day long. Now, the hope would be that I can get through the rest of this without getting hit again. Now, mind you, the fact that they're pulling out all the bounce friends tells me that that could be easier said than done, but I think this is it. Whew, okay, I don't even care about getting to the... And we got the 99 lives at some point or other. I don't know when we did, but we got the 99 lives, so that's a plus. So even if we get more 1-ups, will not matter because we've maxed out our life counter. And yes, I know, I already knew that that was going to be where that went. So that's fun times. So all we really got to focus on now is just getting through the rest of these levels, because I don't believe that there are going to be any more secret exits or entries. And since we're focusing mainly on just, remember, y'all remember Super Mario Bros. 3? Y'all remember Super Mario Bros. 3? Because this is like the pipe maze in Super Mario Bros. 3. That's exactly what this is like. It's like Super Mario Bros. 3. Okay, so... In here is this. Very simple puzzle. Nothing too extraordinarily difficult to manage or handle. Now, the thinking would be that over here is an... Okay, so that tells me there's this here. Let's keep going up. Nothing more to be found, so that's a plus and a positive, I think. Going down here leads to what? To this, which could have potentially been death if I had been careless. And you don't want to be careless. Don't be careless. Okay. I'm trying to angle this so I land directly on top of the pipe. And not launch directly off it. Easier said than done, surprisingly. Just Gotta get the geometry right on that. There we go with that. Ooh. At the very least, net me this, please. Thank you. Always beneficial and handy to have in a pinch. Okay, so now from here... Okay, I'm not gonna bother with trying to see if there's something else above. Alright. What I'm really in the market for on a level such as this is a fire flower. I mean, we've got the caterpillar wigglers there. What's this leading to? This leads to here. Okay, so... Oof, alright. I see. I see what is happening here. In all these maneuvers. It's another mini Mario scenario. Is it? I mean, I can make it happen. I still have that mini mushroom on reserve. Oof. Let's see here. What's this gifting me? 1-up. Don't need him. Don't need him at all. Let's just get rid of you post haste. Might as well, since it's evident and it's here. Let's see what this leads to. Oh, it leads to this. Okay. I feel like that needed something else to happen. I can't explain it, but I feel like that was wrong. In some form or another. I feel like what just happened in front of our eyes was a mistake. And so much that we may not be able to get the next star coins that we need. I have a sneaking suspicion that having that specific pipe meant for Mini Mario that unlocks an item random gamble box implies to me that we were at some point or another within this level to use a blue shell, which is the only item you get outside of like other things, which requires a... Oh no! Oh, I put the mini mushroom in the wrong slot. What's this gonna get me? Oh, thank goodness. Reprieve, reprieve, reply and reprieve. Okay, so by doing this, let's do this, this, come up here, and now which coin is this though? The third one. So I'm missing the second one somewhere or another. Don't know where though. And I have a sneaking suspicion. Well, it's gonna have to be down here somewhere anyway. What about down in here? In here we find just coins. Well, that's nice, but doesn't necessarily provide any answers. Doesn't provide any answers or solutions to our problems. Oof. So where is the question? It's the major question of the day. Alright, so got this going on. That's definitely the exit out. So unless there's this, but I don't think so. Let me look into it. There comes a time where you gotta look into what's going on. So Oh, really? Okay, I've made an error somewhere, but we'll see if I can't recover for that a little bit. What happens if I do this? So, we're gonna have to go back down. So, we were within the area where I... Whoops! Well, at the very least I know that there's definitely gonna be a... Casually playing, yeah, but looking to complete the game. It's not like, I'm not speedrunning, but I am looking to complete it. I've been doing this, thing on my channel. You'll notice that the title of this stream is Super Mario Marathon Part 11. I have been, over a long course of time, been marathoning through the whole Mario series. So, and you can find the playlist for this on my VOD channel, which should be linked below the stream. But I've played now through all of the Mario games from Donkey Kong on the arcade in '81 to this one now for the DS in '06. So the current plan, the hope is that I'm going to be just marathoning through all of these games. Oh, how do I keep going for that specific pipe? I know it's not the right one. But I'm going to be marathoning through the whole Mario franchise, and I've made it now to New Super Mario Bros. And so the next one after this, so I can talk about this. The current plan, it's looking like, is going to be next week will be the last New Super Mario Bros. Stream, and then from there, it's going to be Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii, and then New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii, and then Super Mario Galaxy 2, and we're just going to be taking it in that order. We're just moving chronologically. So that's the basic thing I can say, is that I'm playing this casually, but I'm looking to get all the star coins and all the secret exits just to show off everything that's in these games, and also to just have it there. So that's how we've been approaching the Mario streams since, like, when did I start this? I mean, I did the NES games and the arcade games were a kind of different beast, just because they weren't really collectathons as much as the later games were, but more so they were just get to the end of the game. Like, there are some games I've skipped as well. Like, I haven't played Mario World 2 because to me that's not a Mario game, that's a backdoor pilot for the Yoshi franchise. And similarly, I haven't done Mario Land 3 because that's a backdoor pilot for the Wario series. So, like, I've been been working with discretion of, like, which games in the franchise I play through. But all that to say, it's been relatively casual stuff. I mean, that just in general is normally how I like to play video games. I don't try to pretend to be, like, an expert at playing video games. I recognize that there is, like, a statute of limitation to what I'm actually capable of doing in video games oftentimes. And as evidenced by the fact that the level is running forward without me at this moment. So I would never dare venture to, like, try to portray myself as, like, anything other than just, like, a casual video game player. But that's the fun of these streams, is that they give me an excuse to play through games which I've wanted to play for ages, or have played when I was young and either never beat or never finished, or haven't played in ages, and I just get the opportunity to go revisit them. And I've wanted to do something like this where I play through the entire Mario series in order. I've wanted to do this for a long time, so this just was the perfect excuse to do that. So that's how I've been approaching these games. And I'm making horrible mistakes at the current moment, which is most disappointing. But at the same time, again, we've got 97 lives at this point. There is no right for us to be complaining about how things are going. Even at this game's more harder sections, we've been racking up the lives and doing pretty gosh darn good, I would say. I'm pretty satisfied with how we've been approaching these games so far. I think we're doing pretty gosh darn good. And look at that. I just recovered a 1-up right there and then. And just by throwing a Koopa Troopa shell off screen. Didn't even need to worry about it. Didn't even need to worry. Okay. I will say, though, auto-scroll levels, never my favorite. Always a little bit frustrating for me. They always run, there's a two-pronged effect. They either go too fast and I can't catch up with things that I need to catch up with, or they take me the other way around, which is they go, hey, like, you are, like, outpacing us, and for the... I can't wait for it either. I will say this, and I've talked about it before, my whole point and purpose of doing these Mario streams and trying to 100% them is to show off all these games for everything that they were and are and meant to be viewed of as. Whoops. And there is a big issue presenting itself to me for 3 games in particular, and I'm certain we all know which ones those are, which is New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario 3D World, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii U. And the question that's on my mind is, do I try to play through those games with the 4-player co-op? Now, I am very fortunate in so much that within a couple of weeks, if not already out, it might already be out now. I haven't been keeping up to date with the release date, but I think within the next week or 2 weeks, we're gonna get the Super Mario 3D World port on the Switch, which is going to include with it the online co-op, which means that I can guarantee that when I reach a point in the Mario Marathon where I'm playing through 3D World, I will be able to do that with 4 people, most likely. But New Super Mario Bros. Wii and New Super Mario Bros. U do not have that feature. They are local multiplayer only, and not only are the friends I have in IRL kind of stream averse. Not stream averse, they watch people's streams, they just don't watch mine. But it's also now, I gotta factor in that we are in our current age, in our current world that we're living in, and to do local multiplayer with 4 people, which is already a big ask just in general for my life right now, because I actually genuinely don't know 4 people whom or 3 people, including me, I guess, whom I would like who would either A, have open enough schedules that they could do could commit to a series like that, but also like do that while maintaining, social distancing and stuff like that. There was another thing, which is that unlike 3D World, which requires 4 people co-op or whatever, it doesn't require co-op, but it does require every player get through every world to get 100% completion. That is not a feature of the new Mario games on console, so it is not necessarily something which is a necessity for me, I don't think, at least, to do. Like, I think people will understand if I play through New Mario's Wii and New Mario's U as just me, but at the same time, there is a thing with New Mario Wii, from my recollections playing it, and also just screenshots and old game footage I've seen of people playing it, which is that New Mario Wii, which, for the record, is most likely my favorite of the 4 new Mario games, but aesthetically and in level design, it is so built to try to have the 4-player co-op that without it, the levels can at times be a little bit barren and a little bit empty. And Wii U has the same exact issue in so much that, like, sometimes the level design is definitely meant to be like 4 people were meant to be running around in here, even if it was chaos. And it just ends up sometimes being like a tricky scenario where it's like, I don't know. I want to be able to present the whole big, like, so new super, like, there's some gimmicks that I won't be able to show off, obviously. Like, 3D Land, for instance. Obviously can't show off all of the 3D in that game. Like, there are gonna be, when I eventually reach 3D Land on the 3DS, which is gonna be, just a bundle of joy to try to stream that game. Both of the 3DS games are going to be interesting to try to stream. But when I reach that level, whoops, obviously I'm not going to be able to show off one of the humongously important parts of 3D Land, which was that it had the 3D mechanic in it, which played a very, like, intentional role in how those levels were designed. There are more than a handful of spots in 3D Land where it's built around using the stereoscopic 3D on the 3DS to see what you've got going on in a level. And without that ability to show off on stream, there will be just inevitably something missing from the experience. So it's one of those things, like, I have to try to figure out what I could potentially do. And this is a big potential. I don't know if it's something that I can guarantee at the current moment. But I could potentially limit it to, like, when I do the new Super Mario games, maybe just do it like simple 2-player co-op of Mario and Luigi. Like, just find one extra person around the area wherein I live whom I can, like, bring over and they can play it with me. And then we just settle it on just being the 2 people and then let that be how we approach it. I think that would be acceptable, because then at the very least it's showing, like, yes, here's the first Mario game with, you know, multiplayer co-op that wasn't just, here's the second player either takes turns or holds a button to just, like, because Galaxy has multiplayer co-op as well, but its multiplayer co-op is you give a second person a second Wii remote and then they just, like, get extra star bits or freeze enemies in place for you. Whereas with the new Super Mario games and Super Mario 3D World, it is actually intentional multiplayer co-op. And I talked about all of that while beating World 7, which, if I go back and check, we've completed World 7 and we've completed World 6. How superb. And on that note, everyone, I'm going to most likely wrap up stream for today. Stick around because we are going to raid Gemstone Jester, who was here earlier. They are a mod, they are a friend, and they are a wonderful person whom I want to show some support to. And they are also, in theory, going to be guesting on this channel on Monday, which is the current plan is that on Monday we're going to be going live at 3:30 p.m. We're going to be starting up a new series on Monday where myself, Gemstone Jester, JB, who we're about to raid, and our mutual friend Digitama Riley, the 3 of us are going to be playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for the first time ever. And we're going to be playing it live on stream. It's going to be our first impressions. None of us have ever played the game before. We know the general characters and we know, like, the general gameplay stuff, I think, but, like, none of us have really played through it before. So I'm very, very excited for that. That's going to be happening next Monday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then next Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to most likely be wrapping up New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, and that will be what we do next week. And I am looking forward to that, and I hope you all tune in and enjoy those streams because I'm very excited for them, and I think they're going to be a lot of fun. And on that note, where are they? Gotta type it into the system. There it goes. So JB is playing Killer Instinct Classic. JB is playing the original arcade Killer Instinct. So we're gonna raid them, and the raid phrase is going to be, let me pull this up here. Jump puzzles are just acrobatics. So copy that, post it into JB's chat. Let's go raid them right now. Thank you all so much for being here. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.